tell the truth.
You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.
Greetings and salutations. What's up, your boy Big Frank? You are locked into Just Conversations, and today the men are in the room. Call your neighbor, call your cousin, call your auntie, and tell them you watch this because it's going to be a situation. And the reason why there's a room full of men and it's not a room full of men and women is that the conversation today is not one to be judgmental. It is not one to be combative. It is the true expression of what we are, who we are, what we do, our experiences, and talking about them and having no need to defend them. Debate. So quickly, I ask you all, just go right to my this way, don't judge me. Ask you all just introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, a little bit about yourself. Are you married? Are you single? Just a little bit about yourself. I'll start with you, Brother Demond.
My name is Demond Gross. I'm a music artist, fashion designer, born and raised in Buffalo. I am a happily married man. And yeah, Jesus lover, etc.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm Andre Woods, single for one, a father of children that's not mine technically, which are pretty much nieces, nephews, and stuff like that. So I'm definitely a father of nieces and nephews. A son. And a very hard worker.
Bobby Pickett, born and raised in Niagara Falls. Husband. Right now, getting back into the church and walking in the kingdom. So it's been a long road, but I'm here now.
Mm-hmm. Hello, I'm Kevin. Newly divorced, father of two, cameraman extraordinaire, handyman extraordinaire. Yeah.
Valid. And if I am the one and only, I sound crazy. So I'm Frank. I am a husband. I am a father, chief ruling elder, DJ minister. The titles really kind of go on. But what I really want to be is a voice of reason or a point of contrast where we can kind of just vibe out. I do a lot. The list, you'll find out. You'll find out throughout the podcast or all that I do is just a lot. Am I borderline on the edge? Absolutely. But guess what? I am who I am, and I do what it is that I do. So we're getting ready to do what it is that we do and rock out. So feel free to comment. Feel free to share, tag a neighbor and a friend. We about to get into it. I mean, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah,
Welcome
ready.
to a recording. No, valid. So, all right. So the question that I have first is, what is the biggest expectation that society places on men right now that feels outdated or impossible?
I feel like there's a unhealthy idea of like passive men to where when you see a confident man, it's like you got to do things to tear him down or throw little subliminals or try to exert authority. And it's like, obviously we know confident men are naturally selfless, or, a lot of men, good men are selfless. Yeah. So when men begin to put themselves first or they're confident, it's like you get it's like intimidating to some people,
Absolutely. I would say they expect men now to do every single thing. Work, cook, clean, provide. No, seriously, it's one of those expectations. They just want. They expect a lot from men. They expect us to kind of take a lot of things to the chin, kind of be quiet on a lot of stuff, and it's a little wicked out here.
I just think they put a lot on our backs.
For sure.
I was watching something earlier, and he gave like a brief little visual, and he was saying how A man put his wife on his back, and he was saying how this is how it feel when you got so much as a man on your back.
Yeah.
You know, you want us to carry everything. You want us to be perfect in a sense.
Yeah, that's a good way of
Where
putting
we
it.
can't fall or we can't show our soft sides.
Yes.
And they bash us for that.
Val, you show your soft side, you're sassy.
Right. That's what
Oh,
they
yeah.
sassy.
now you sassy. You show a sensitive side. You can. I'm your peace, but I give you my peace moment. But then you want to use that against me.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I give you my vulnerability
Ability.
and you use it against me.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to be my peace.
My
Right.
peace. Yeah. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, I think it's real. I think when it comes down to it, the reality is that I think culturally now we're in a different time than they were back in the day.
Right. Right.
And I think that projection that you're supposed to handle all things. I am at the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, and at night, I am still human.
Right.
Correct.
And I think that we're not giving enough grace to men for being human.
Right. Right.
Because everybody be like, I guess we're here now. They be like, oh yeah, take care of yourself first, prioritize yourself first. Now I hear you, but when I do it, now I'm a deadbeat.
Right.
But now.
Listen, I had a friend of mine tell me her husband was spending too much money on himself, spending too much time on himself. But you want us to love ourselves and take care of y'all, though. What about us?
Yeah, and that's good. And we always talk about this thing called toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Right. And we're trying to get away from that and break out from that. People talk like a lot of, woman culture talk about how much in history they were oppressed by that toxic masculinity. But when you have men trying to be an aid to that movement, or, okay, hey, we understand, we take accountability for what our fathers, our grandfathers did. So let's, work, let's communicate, let's talk.
Simp.
Right.
Now we simp.
We simping, like you said, we take that time to ourselves to learn ourselves more, learn what triggers us, to really try to develop. And it's like, oh, you being selfish now. And it's like, I have to be good. I have to be selfish for a point of time.
Yeah.
So for a long time, I can be there for you. You know, right?
Oh, I like that. I like how you put that.
Because if not, I'll be stressed out, exhausted, just tired,
Pissed off.
and you like, oh, why you so angry? Listen, blood. I'm working. I'm trying. We're making it happen. I'm doing what I can. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. I'm working.
Seriously.
I'm trying to entrepreneur.
Right.
Trying to build a brand. Trying to be a good present for the kid. Trying to be community. Wait a minute. So then I got little frustrations. Then that's when you ask me a question, and you like, why you giving me an attitude? It ain't really at you.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's just that, I've been out here all day.
Feeling undervalued. Not saying necessarily yourself, but some men, when you're in that situation, that's when you feel as if you can't even confine to the person that you're in a house with now.
Yeah.
So it kind of messes your mental up as a man to decide whether or not what you should even speak on or not speak on now. Because if I have an opinion on something, how can I say this? If I have an opinion on something, like we say, it's either you sassy, but it's that feeling undervalued at the end of the day. After that I'm out here working 2 jobs, that I'm out here becoming an entrepreneur, and this is all literally not for myself, but to provide for the family.
Right. And I think
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I think to shift the conversation a little bit, what's more frustrating is when people outside of your home demand a part of you that you need to give inside of the home, and it's like, I'm not sleeping with you. Like, if I say I can't come or I can't do this or I can't show up, I don't really owe an explanation.
Yeah.
It's like, but people begin to feel entitled to you as a person, as a man, because they know that you deliver, they know how you work. Yeah. And it's listen, I got a wife at home. I got a family to take care of. I got things to handle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know you jump. I'm gonna jump back 2 steps and go back to your first, because I think that they misinterpret what we do. Because in one breath, it is, oh, you don't love me enough, but you don't realize I do what I do because I love
Out
y'all.
of the
Right.
love.
It's not. I might be drifting to a place, but I'll go here because we're here now.
No, we there.
I'm understanding that more so now, even when I talk about fathers. And in one conversation, they'll say, "Oh, he was a provider, but he don't love me. Wasn't at home."
Yeah.
Inward, you don't. And I'm understand more so now as a father. Now, I work and I do what I do for the possibilities of what can happen for us
Right.
because I love y'all.
Right.
So I'm not saying that a touch isn't important. I'm not saying that laying next to you and I'm not saying that time isn't valuable. But don't discredit the work I'm putting in to build or to establish where we're trying to go
Right.
and challenge and say I don't love y'all.
Because if I was broke, we all be
We
in here
all-
mad.
You be looking for a sugar dad. you be out here. And I think even to Damon's point
Tired of
is
living like this.
look out and to Damon's point, what he's saying is like, yo, I have a home.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I have to learn and to balance out what I can and cannot do. And I tell people all the time, you set the tone how people treat you.
That's
Right.
real.
100%.
You set that tone. Like, you not about to kill me?
Mm-mm.
Inside or outside the house.
Right.
I would choose me.
All day.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
They not
every
ready for
time.
that.
Every time.
They not ready for that smoke.
That's where they're gonna say sassy.
Sassy. Yeah. Why? Oh yeah. No, I'm going to get me a massage. I'm going to get my feet done. Going to get me a manicure. I'll be back. I'm out. I'm taking me a staycation. With who? Myself.
Right.
Frank, why didn't you take her? It wasn't her time.
Right.
It was my time.
It's a season for
It's the season for everything. Everything. Because like seriously, we said it. You already said it. Say it again. But if I'm not good,
right.
like for real, not pretending, not putting on,
Right.
we in trouble. And currently I'm the breadwinner, so I got to be careful and be cautious because if your boy collapse,
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And y'all hate a
We-
pretending demand. That's what y'all would hate that. Cause I can't pretend.
Yeah.
I can't pretend. I
I
can't keep on going through the motions. Like, and
Yeah.
I don't like being mediocre, right? Because I like to do everything in excellence.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like when I realize, okay, I'm not able to really give my full energy into time, into my commitments, that's where things need to be assessed. Like what needs to be cut off, you know, and it may be you or you or you or you know,
The
now
whole-
that
the whole
tie or that
situation is
commitment,
valid.
but hey,
It's valid.
you know?
You know, and I give credit to the mom for that because I'm different. Where because I give to a place, I then create a baseline, right?
Yeah,
That it just is a part of my nature now.
Right.
So I don't necessarily always give it the quality
Mm-hmm.
that it needs. So for me, it's like my range of I can do is it on? Is it working?
Right.
That's all I can give to this right now.
Mhm.
I can't give the next level, the next dimension, the next vision for blood. I got 16 visions.
Right.
Just they blending now. So, but I think it's like I said, it's important to know what you can and cannot do. And I think that when it comes down to a partner or talking to somebody, like, yo, I talk to my wife, like for real. When you met me, this is what I was doing,
Right.
and this is why I was doing it, and this is what I do. But even in that conversation, things change. What I did as a young, vibrant preacher, single and by myself, in courting and dating, I can't do now
Right.
as a father of 3 and 1 developing.
3 little kids.
3 little kids. I can't do it. A wife. I can't do the same. I can't take the same hits.
Right.
I can't make the same. It hit different over here. And period. Because I was getting ready to go to a place.
And then I think like it's like the scripture literally says a man that does not take care of his own is worse than an unbeliever.
Yeah.
Like you denounce your faith. Like it's like how extreme is that scripture for people to really expect you to put things before your family?
Yeah. Because this is what happened. Let's talk church for how second is that when you come into church, you come broken, right? God comes in, he hits you with the okie doke.
Right.
Flip around. And you then begin to try to validate your experience with him through servitude.
Yes.
I serve. I'm here. And there's a season for that,
It
right?
is, it is.
But then there's a season where, we have to now build a relationship that even if I can't commit to noonday prayer, or I can't commit to cleaning up the church, that doesn't mean that my relationship with God is diminished.
Right.
You know,
It's maturing.
No, it is maturing.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I think,
yeah.
but what happens is we create relationships that become dependent
yes,
upon
yes.
the season where we have aggressively served.
Right.
And what happens now is they are accustomed. Yo, you dependable. Oh, you there? Boom, they're accustomed to that. But when you change that, setting new boundaries.
Yeah,
Newer,
new
yeah.
boundaries.
New boundaries.
Right, unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. Now I was like, oh, what's going on? But the
Right.
reality is, no, I am navigating my life as a man,
Yes.
Yes,
and my
sir.
responsibilities are different now. Before I was doing some wild things out there as a single black man serving the Lord, but I was free to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still free to serve, but I can't give like I gave before.
Yes.
I need I'm older now. I need me in that.
Right.
like, and I think that sometimes they be like, oh, no, I'm going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Right.
I'm not going to make it tonight.
Right.
I'm tired.
Correct.
I
And-
think
go ahead.
people forgot about the older generation
Yeah.
and how they operated in marriages, and even if you didn't grow up seeing a marriage, you grew up watching TV. You
For
grew
sure,
up
for sure,
seeing
for sure.
how the woman sort of play her part
Yeah.
Right.
in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like the man, you see the man go to work, you see the man do this and do that. But also she knew, not to really stress him, not to really,
Yes.
Yeah.
not to really be on top of him because all he been doing.
Absolutely.
Now this generation is different.
They don't understand.
And
the
that's
You
good.
understand? You want to go off of
They don't
you want to go off
understand
of
the
TikTok.
assignment.
You want to go off all these other things that
Right.
Right.
you make goals
Right.
to say, oh, this is what my man should be, or this is how he should act, or this is how this. You're not gonna.
Oh, I'm
find
about to be
that.
messy. Right. And that's why Megan in trouble now. Because yeah, I'm here for it. That's why I'm not condoning
Never a
infidelity.
homebody anyway.
But valid. Like,
Right.
and but you give the perspective is you give this message.
Right.
Yep.
You give this image of which I got now, and now I'm not. If I'm working and I'm trying, I'm pushing to accomplish my dreams and my goals, and you talking about you want to go to Dubai because you see it on the screen, but you're not putting no Dubai effort in.
Facts.
Ooh.
And it just shows like how rebellious we are by nature.
Yeah.
Right.
Because we're so like, oh, I don't want to be like them back in the days. And it's like, yeah, they had their ways, but they had like model marriages, as Brother Bobby was saying. Like
Right.
the woman knew what to do. She showed up. She knew not to stress the man. She knew her boundaries.
Correct.
Let's talk
Correct.
about it. She cooked, right?
Mhm.
She if you even watch some movies or TVs where it's like a woman wouldn't present herself if she wasn't what they call decent.
Yeah.
Now they outside in bonnets and so it's like we can't have these expectations. It's like if we're not matching the standards that we're
Right.
setting.
Valid.
Yes.
And even with sometimes the man being the breadwinner, that here you go, you got it, pay them bills.
Right.
I've worked for it.
Right.
Mhm.
You and I tell this to my wife, like, yo, I got the house, make it a home.
Yeah.
You set the tone
Right.
to
Yes.
what this is going. If the shoes come out of the door, they got to come out. What's the tone of the house?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can't set it.
Right.
We in the house.
Right.
Lights still on, gas still
Yep,
on.
yep,
Right,
yep.
that's all
Like,
I care about.
You know,
My part is
Yeah,
done,
that's
I was
right?
about to say, but that's our expectation, though, is to bring in the bread for them to also think about those in-house things.
Right.
For us not to think about, but
Right.
then now when you have to start thinking about
Thinking
those
about-
They
things,
want Superman, right?
and that's what I was mentioning
Yeah,
earlier. They want you
valid.
to do every single thing, and it's like that's
and what we'll do is we will be, like you said earlier, we'll take it on the chin
Yep.
Right.
until it bubbles over.
Mhm.
yeah.
And I don't know how I got here, but I'm here now. And that's why infidelity happened, because
Right.
somebody on the outside will make it easy.
Yep.
And they can be dusty, and you be like, how did you get over there? They just made it easy. Not easy for the intimacy, not easy for that. When I got over there, it was just like, yo, you wasn't stressing me out.
Right.
You catered to me. Because I think catering is another conversation, two-way street.
Right.
You want me to cater to you, but I can't always be the caterer.
Yeah.
There has to be reciprocation. There has to be a back and forth. We here not gonna walk. We walking.
Go ahead.
Can't
Do what
always
you
be the
gotta do.
instigator.
Yeah.
I'm over the
Right.
kickstart.
Right.
You can't be that. You can't be that every time. And I
Right.
thank God that at my house we got a good balance. Bless the Lord. But it become exhausting when it's like it's always on me.
Right.
Yep.
Because then you feel like are you not valued? Are you not wanted? Like
Right,
if you
right,
if you
right.
like
Oh, yeah.
like what's triggering you for real?
And also to go what you go off of, I think about it like as sports.
Mm,
Like you can be the superstar
yeah.
Mhm.
and you can have other people, you can have the other person that don't really do nothing but claim that they won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Valid.
It's a team.
Right.
team.
Right.
if you can have a partner,
Yeah.
but you could be the superstar.
Yeah.
Think about it like, okay, LeBron James.
I swear I was thinking about that.
Or
in my
think
head
about
right
Michael
now.
Jordan.
Valid.
He the superstar.
Yeah.
But without Scottie Pippen playing his position,
Absolutely.
what are we doing?
Right.
I'll agree with that.
The same way in the
point.
relationship. The man, yes, he can be the superstar. He can be the goal winner. He can be everything you want. But if you're not playing, if you're not doing something, then what are we doing here?
And that's a real question. And then you feel like, yo, I can do this. I can do this by myself.
Yep.
Right.
And if I did it by myself, I can reduce a whole lot more.
Right. Exactly.
It don't cost me as much.
Right.
I got my own lights I can cut off. I didn't get it. I didn't get it until I became a father in a house. I'm like, why do you have the switches? I'm a switch hit. Pop, 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 pop.
Right.
What y'all doing? You're not in this room? Cut it off.
Oh, yeah.
Like build too high for no reason.
Oh yeah.
But I realized that over time. But I think that they expected sometimes. Like I think that they have this imaginary expectation.
That's real.
And they're not realistic to what it is, and sometimes don't even desire to learn or inquire about what it is. Yeah. Just because I make it look easy,
right?
Don't mean it is easy.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
And they also hold us on pedestals. But how I look at it like this is, if you gonna come into a relationship putting a man on the pedestal, you gonna lose every time.
That's real.
Because we not perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you come in a relationship thinking that he gonna be the perfect man for you, or he gonna be this loving person, it's not gonna be that all the time. So don't hold us on the pedestal.
Absolutely.
And then when we fall, we the worst person in the world. Because
Now you don't know who I am.
Yeah, because how you hold us is not even realistic.
That's real.
Fact.
As well
So
as
when we fall,
and my question is who told you this?
Right.
Somebody lied.
Right. And I think it's like but the thing is like if you're gonna hold, so there's a difference between a pedestal and a standard, right?
Yeah.
But it's like if you're gonna hold a standard, you need to make sure you're living up to that
Absolutely.
same standard, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're
1000%.
attracted to a man because his drive, his ambition, his faith, the way he serves, all of this, it's like that should inspire you in your own
Yes.
life to to do the same
Yes.
thing or to
Exactly.
go harder. So it's like we're both pushing and inspiring one another, but it's like it's you just being a liability
Right.
versus an asset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I more.
I mean, it gets deep.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
And I think that when I know we've been husbands, some of us already, and we are currently, and it's like, but if you never have that conversation to bring reality to what this is, and that reality sometimes ain't, this is what, forget what you heard,
Right.
and watch this. Forget what I projected in the beginning. Things has changed.
Wow.
Fact.
The foot that I brought to you when I met you was a single foot,
Right.
Oh yeah.
and that foot was managing life good alone.
Right.
We collaborated together.
Collaborated.
And in your corner, my corner, we were still good. Now we're together in the pot.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Now we're in this together, which means that hey, there's extra water being used. It's above just me. Now we added more things to the pot is cooking, and developing. Okay, we have to reassemble things. Things change, jobs change, income change. COVID hit. These adjustments play a factor in what we got going on. The fairy tale of some of your expectation, there's work required to get there.
Right.
And if you're not willing, as the man stated, if you're not willing to put the work in for the standard or the idea of what you want for the superstar that you got, that may not be the partner for you. There's work to be done. Entrepreneurship is not easy.
At all.
Fatherhood is not easy.
Right.
Marriage is not easy.
Right.
There's work required. This is not Cinderella. This is not a good shoe on a good night. We're gonna find you happy ever after. No, this is work. And I told my wife, I said, whenever you stop willing to work, that's when you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
As long as you're not willing, as long as you're willing, we'll be all right.
Right.
But the moment that you become unwilling to do what's required, we're gonna have a problem.
That's real.
And we only work good in God.
Fact.
Okay, because before I was your husband, I've been frank for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I got some, how can I say this? I always use your baggage. I got some experiences I can be vicious.
Yeah.
Right.
I can be a savage.
Mm-hmm.
I can be petty.
Right.
This is a Gully Hanley blend, which means that I come. And this is something we have to look at too, and we'll move on shortly. Is the fact that we're not built the same.
Mm-hmm.
You fine, top of the line. You faith. It was a big. You caught my attention. You fire, and I love your personality, but how you was raised, how I was raised, ain't the same.
The same, yeah.
And that means that this process is a process of figuring out what's good, what's bad, how to work through it, how to accept the weaknesses or change the weaknesses, vice versa, and then build new traditions going forward.
Right.
But if you're not willing to do that and you think this is just a fairy tale, yeah. I want to be messy, so I guess I am. And then look at your own family. Before you start pulling up on me with all these rules and regulations and all this stuff, check your experiences and check your mama, check your daddy, check your cousin. Because the fairy tale of it is one thing. But look.
Right.
Mira, Linda, look and see. And come to the reality that, all right, we different. Certain things I don't do because I know. Big Frank don't drink not because it's sin and the Lord might come back and snatch you up. No, them Hanleys hit different under the liquor.
Yeah. That's real.
Them Hanleys different under the liqueur. And
I think most of the time, how we talk about Megan Stallion, how women put themselves out there for men to see them a certain type of way. So at the same time, you think that somebody just gonna come by, scoop you up, make you feel this and make you feel that when already allowed us to see what you really about.
Correct.
You showed all the
good. You can't do that.
Like, and they really like it was. Now we gonna talk about it.
About
They really trying to portray Meg the Stallion
That's what I'm saying.
as this homebody, modest, took care wife. Stop the cap. She shows her butt on stage in front of millions of people every day and every night. She was never a homebody. That's the truth.
Valid. And let me even say that even if she was, your presentation, I don't care. How you present yourself is the reality of what we see. Right. If you present whoredom, publicly, consistently, and that's what sells. That's what we see.
Right.
I don't know you at home, but when you run through and this is the consequences of you want to be public, being online, and being present as such. That's what we see. I'm not gonna hold you. There's an image of you where I can see you being little nerd type, little secret society, loose in lady in this, but if freaking you can be that. But the reality is you took your freak outside.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And you made your freak public. And what happens is you got these songs and this persona and this presentation that you're out here with now. You didn't retract nothing. You ain't say you didn't change and went in the house. No. Nope. So this man, light skinned, being who he is, he's somebody already, came through as others have.
Yeah.
To experience what you've been advertising. Good advertisement.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Great promotion.
PR, great PR.
Great PR.
Right.
Good marketing. They came to taste and see that what was this what it was, and you find out that thing is what it is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. But there's other components to life.
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Yeah. But my whole thing is this: the crazy thing is, you don't think Klay Thompson got people around him that know her,
right? That
can say, "Yo, I don't think you should go that far with her. I think you should just have fun with her, see where it go, and it's going to be what it's going to be." That's like us. If we all single and we go out and we see a girl, we see her on social media.
We already know what the
know about her.
Exactly.
And y'all be like, yo, Bob.
yeah.
And y'all be like, yo, Bobby, don't do that.
Yeah, that ain't what you want to do.
That's not gonna take you nowhere. You don't think these people know about her?
Right.
About her history she come from a rap world.
Wow.
Yep.
Where most of the people that you've been with is rappers.
Right. And that's I know it's Megan because she's a bigger star, but that's in your local community.
Right.
Exactly.
We know. I can't tell. I won't tell the whole story because I know some people. We know who. We know what this is. We know where you've been. We know where the some people have come back and reported the riot and be like, yo, I'm not lifing it.
He probably had a good time with her, and She a vibe.
Valid. She valid.
Yeah, she's a vibe.
But the reality is that when there are different phases to your life, different phases to life, and vibe, people like, you're not a fit for this. You fit for a vibe.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You fit for a good time. But he even said, I don't think I can, and I don't know how this conversation came up or whatever case, it was just him slipping and sliding, but I can't see myself being committed to you. But then my question then is, that shouldn't be a problem for you.
Right.
Because the way you've been communicating and talking to the world,
correct.
This is just a part of the process of the game.
Right.
Yep.
So my whole thing is,
cry me river now.
My whole thing is, she said he cheated, but at the same time, the one that she said he cheated with said they never did nothing. That they never been around each other. So what is the goal you trying to get here? You trying to make him look bad because maybe he didn't want to be with you?
Mm-hmm. And that's a whole nother angle.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like that one. That's what I'm saying here. Like, is you doing this because he didn't want to be with you and he broke it off with you and you in your feelings?
Yeah.
So now you trying to make up a story because probably you seen him at a woman's basketball game.
I think regardless. In conclusion,
nobody want that. No valid. And I think that there is a responsibility of, and this is my thing. I don't think you got to tell us always, but where was your moment of redemption, or I'm backtracking, or we off, or we ain't seen none of that. No, it's still it has been presented as it always has been presented.
Yep.
And whether this is your persona or you just put oops, shame on you.
Right.
Because, and I'm not saying who running next, who coming through next. There'll be another.
It's hard. It's hard.
Might be him or her.
It's hard to clean up that image when you already put out there what you about.
So consistently. You know what I'm saying? It's very challenging. So I'm not saying
same thing as a man.
Valid.
Either or.
Because I'll tell you one thing. Once that situation happened, I started having to rethink how I want to start dating now when I'm starting to look for a woman.
Right.
When you're on social media now, intention, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm looking, let me see your Instagram. Do you got your tongue out? Do you got that act? Because now I got it's like
that's a fact.
Because now you have to understand what you're about to walk into. Yeah. Because sometimes even with men,
are you an OF?
We walk into that situation,
right?
And then we know what it was in the beginning,
and
we try and make it clear, or we do make it clear, but somehow, some way, we come out as the bad guy.
Well, let me tell the story. Tell the story. Because I think that we have our intentions and we know, but we don't always communicate because that may mess up the objective,
right?
I.e. the cookie. So once upon a time, not long ago, I'm married now. Get me in trouble. But I knew that I was going to talk to a set person. But I told my brothers, before I said, if I go over this house and I smash, I know for a fact that this is not it. I know this. I go over, Mario Brothers, smash. We do that. I now know that this is not going to yield. I know this is not going to be a marriage. Right. It ain't none of that. Right. But I don't communicate to the person,
right?
Because I still want access to.
Right.
So we drag it on. So I understand why I can be the villain in the story. Now, side note is the person would snitch on me every time. Ridiculous, but
I mean, we all been through it as men, though.
Yeah,
we all been through those type of situations as men.
Yeah, so for me it was like, so being the villain, I get it, it, because I was a man of God, I was a preacher, I was him, and I did, and not saying this, not saying this proper, live holy, be set aside, let God renew you, fix your mind, get your foot under control. Nevertheless, that was that experience, but then I realized that I said this in our background talk, a man can identify when you can smell it, especially if you're in perversion and you're in that space and trying to be in church and trying to be a Christian, trying to serve God, but you can still smell. This don't sound crazy what I'm about to say. Even if you trying to redeem yourself and you trying to come out and you trying to work with the Lord, there's a residue of whoredom and the sense of the aroma that you can walk and smell. And this may sound like, you like a shark. No, I smell blood.
Right.
And if I don't get myself under control, I'm going to be over here. And I've done that.
I just look at it like, because females think that they look good or you perceive yourself to be the best looking woman,
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that you that. Just because you look good, you fine, and we might see you as, oh, she bad, doesn't mean when we get to know you, you that.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't. So I mean, because as dudes, we go off of what we see.
What we see, like
so if we see a bad chick on social media, she fine, you can be like, well, she fine, but doesn't mean that that's her who she is.
It's like, where's your mind at?
Yeah.
What's your goals?
Absolutely.
What you want out of life? What's your purpose? You know, it's like
most of these emails can't even tell you what they go.
Valid. They don't even understand where they want to go. Now, it ain't everybody, so don't let these general statements fool you. But be calm. Only a hit dog or holler. But now though, I thank God that I'm married. I'm gonna hold you. I'm grateful to the Lord Jesus Christ, Yeshua HaMashiach the Christ, the big guy, that I'm married now, because now you gotta ask crazy questions. Are you a him or a her? Was you them or was you they? Are you on Instagram? Do you got an OnlyFans? Like,
oh wow,
right?
Like how you making your money, blood? Like, and you like, Dad, I can't even just woo you. Like, I was like to take you on a date.
Right.
You might post me, now I'm inside the T app. What you talk? What's happening? Yep. And it's crazy because when it was another double standard, I don't know how I got here. Then we're gonna talk about the church in dating. Is that when we talk about dating for women, like, oh, you can date multiple, we just figure it out.
Right.
They could, okay. Like, meaning I'm just gathering information. But when we do it, now we dogs and we just over there. Now you don't want to get out of here. Get womanized.
Feminist movement.
Ah! So real quick, so I know that we all have either been in church or in church, navigating spiritually, have a relationship with God. How has your experience been navigating relationship, dating inside the church, though? As a man.
I'm gonna go first.
Yes.
Dating inside the church for me was it was a journey, because it's why I got married. Because I was in the church, because she was the girl that the kid, you know, fell in love as kids. We came together as adults, and the fairy tale. Right?
Yes.
Y'all heard what I said at the beginning.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah. Then I tried dating again, and another fairy tale. But I take full accountability on my part, because I fumbled.
Yeah.
You know.
Understood.
I get that.
I mean, for me, when I first started going to church years back, you know, I wasn't in church. I knew of church and stuff like that, but I wasn't in church like that. So then when I met my ex-wife, I started getting deeper because I seen her doing it.
Yeah. So
that progressed my relationship with God more, because I was seeing her do it.
Gotcha.
But my thing was when I was married to her, she only spoke in Spanish, so I didn't understand.
Bobby, that's
not only spoke in Spanish, but how she prayed was in
got you. Say
in
less.
Spanish. Well, she spoke English, but how she prayed was in Spanish. That's how she go deeper with God.
Got you.
So I didn't understand how to connect in that way. So I had to do it, or start doing it, just seeing her do it, how to pray, how to do this. I had to see her do it.
Yeah.
So that's what got my faith going.
Oh, wow.
And that's dating in the church, up, down.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got new females that come. So, you know, at some points they get jealous because maybe, you know, one female might look at you a certain type of way, or might think that, oh, well, she like you, and you know, it's stuff like that. But other than that, it was a good journey.
I think for me, I never necessarily dated in the church, but what I did experience is coming to God, you know, going through that phase new to the church, and like people trying to force things on you. It's like they see men, they see potential, they see men of God who really love God, and they see blood, right? And it's like they smell you out, and it's like, what was like the most disappointing part about that is like, I'm really trying to serve God. I'm really trying to get closer to God, and you're trying to throw this curveball at me on, you know, oh, maybe they'll make a couple whole time she is a bop, and you may not know that as a as a church associate, because you don't really know people, right? And she done took me completely off track when it's like that didn't happen by the grace of God, but it's like we have to give people the grace to mature and do things like we don't need to play matchmakers. We don't need that.
Right. So I would say I have not dated in church just yet.
My God, be blessed.
And I can say at the moment I am very cautious at the same time, because just like Brother Damon said, I'm in church to learn and understand our Father God first.
Right. Yes.
So my mission was to first be back in His good graces.
Yeah.
It wasn't to necessarily be like, all right, what you say? You like me? All right, let me see what you about, right? Yeah. So now though, as people are starting to see you, people are starting to see me, the growth. Now they're more interested, even more now. So you have to I have to be very cautious and decipher. Do you sincerely like me, or is this just an opportunity because I happen to be one of the few men that's single, right? New face.
My God,
yeah.
It be like that though.
No, it does. My dating experience, vicious. I'll say this. I think that nobody teaches you how to navigate dating inside the church, whether male or female. Every time you talk to somebody, that's gonna be the one. Right. No, it's not.
That's real.
Out of order.
It's just like normal life.
It's like normal. And I think that for me, if I can go back a decade or so, clearly obey God. I tell you all, obey God. If the Lord says no, don't go. Because I asked the Lord about a situation, and He told me no. And literally, she called me seconds later. What did the Lord say? And I said, He said, not yet. It's not what He said. He said no. So what ends up happening is I get in a relationship, and then, compromise comes, and then it's a toil between serving God and being present at the church and all this, and now we playing house, and then there's depression, anxiety, and these things, but it's only because I didn't obey the instructions given, because everything that likes you ain't for you.
Right. Correct.
Everything that is captivated by your oil or your anointing and being who you are ain't for you. They're captivated by your power and authority, and that's valid. Being the preacher, and let's just talk this for 30 seconds. In our culture, prior to business and what we have now, naturally, being a pastor was a okay, you doing God's will. That's leadership. That's pulling. That's captivating. But do they know you?
Right.
Yeah.
Not just the church version of you. My wife said to me, she was like, I thought you were so much extra deep. I said, child, I'm really a problem. Pray for me. But really what happens is, though, is like in the phase of dating, everybody's trying to make somebody's wife or somebody's stop. And I've had people disappointed. Yeah. And then as a man, just being who I am, I got eyes to see. I ain't blind. But I've been accused now of those that know. Frank, you look at me like you want to eat me up. Child, I'm not even hungry. It ain't even on that.
Right.
Yeah. But because of, let's call it spade to spade, the demeanor or the way I just navigate naturally. So they was, you just flirtatious. No, I'm just being nice. I'm just literally I ain't even trying to dip in the whip. I am literally being nice, good exchange. But what happens now is they have a different interpretation of that. So they're captivated by that. Yeah, I got problems.
And I think like as men, we do need to do a better job at being the one that disappoints people, or being the deep one, or hey, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go over there, because for me personally, me and my wife, we were long distance when we first met, and before I went to see her, the Lord told me to be abstinent. He said no sex. The Lord spoke that to me clearly. Of course, we've had our situation. We stumbled. Ended up sleeping outside somewhere, got kicked out, mind games, all type of different things. It's just because it's like that disobedience. And it's like, as a man, especially dating as a man of God, we know Adam and Eve. We know the story. Yeah. We know the Bible says that the woman is the weaker vessel, right? And that's not an insult, but that's just, as men, it should just really motivate us to, I'm gonna get my flesh under control. I'm gonna just be smart. I'm gonna be intentional. I'm not gonna go over there and we're not gonna have Bible study. And I'm not gonna we're not gonna do that.
Open Pandora's box.
And that sometimes is the difficulty, because as men, we naturally you have those temptations, right?
100%.
So now you walk into church and you see something and you like, Now you fight, and then you convicted right there in the middle of service.
Listen,
You know,
I'm gonna tell you the truth. And that even not like it.
And that's really what I'm afraid of is to jump in, and then things just get messy, in the home. I
would encourage the wisdom of not touching your partner beforehand is that you maintain clarity, and it doesn't get muddy. I had to go back to the altar 2-3 weeks before. Father God, we done already got called out for situations, literally in the church. And when I walked to the church, I had to confess for people, hey y'all, you know what I mean, all that. But it's like, God, if this ain't it for me, I'll shut this down right now. Like, for real. But what happens is it got cloudy and it got messy with intimacy. And then it taints your ability to be effective. Discernment. You don't know if it's the Lord, if it's your heart, if it's your penis. You just like, hey, I don't know where you at. But for clarity and gathering data, and let's just talk about it. When you are, the man is drawn away by his own lust. So when you walk into a church and you see things, it just reveals, we got eyes to see. I'm not knocking that. The question is, when that imagination comes, what do you do? Because there was a time your boy was wild at 943 Jefferson Avenue, city of Niagara, Buffalo, New York, where at that time pornography was a big situation. But I would see the body shapes inside the church of the, I know what you look like. My imagination had already went before me. And then if you're not taming that, you're not dealing with that. And that's what, even before me getting married or finding my wife, the Lord had told me, yo, keep yourself for 2 years. The woman of God came and prophesied. I said, yo, the Lord said, if you don't keep yourself for 2 years, I'll show you who your wife is. But then she was like, oh, to the witch who want to sleep with you now. Now I'm so toe up in the flesh in this. Where the witch at, blood? We can. I pick this word. No, I'll pick this word up tomorrow.
Get
but
the last minute.
and what's crazy is a person came to my mind. I said, I know I could, but I'm gonna obey. I'm gonna obey. Because that could have been a whole messy situation. And then when you don't have, when you are interested trying to date, so I talk about the one relationship had me in depression, anxiety. But when I broke up with that, I was like, yo, I'm about to go on my whole phase. But what ends up happening is I go to talk to her. This is so churchy. She grabbed my hand. We was praying. All right. She started conversating. She was like, every time you grab my hand during prayer, just for years, I just felt something. Oh, you deep? All right. Okay. What you feel? I am on a whole different savage mindset. And this is the dangers of dating even on both sides, because now we go out to the Bees, Apple, but Beyonce song came out about Red Lobster. Then we go to the movies. The movies yield sensory.
Right.
That's a fact.
Sensory. It's crazy. Sensory. All right, cool. I'm like, but mind you, I am so emotionally, mentally over it. And I don't have people I can really talk to about my situation. So I'm just doing whatever I want to do. Get over there to the situation. And now here I go again, engaging now in the activity. And I really get conviction in the moment. Really, I gotta. I can't. I can't.
Right.
I'm doing it, but I can't.
Right.
This is the last time. I'm not coming back. But this is the problem with dating now. Now, because of my personal inability to manage this thing called flesh, the damage that I caused to, watch this, God's daughters.
That's real.
Ooh,
not my daughter, God's daughters.
That's the perspective that we need to have.
Who are trying to get to God, trying to do better, but because I'm the provoker, because I ain't got my under control. Now I do this, send one into depression, another one out of town. That's my inability to manage that. But then I get wisdom because I find myself down the line looking to date somebody, and we talking, and the conversation is good. But what I see is I identify characteristics that remind me of a previous situation. And out of the preservation of God's daughter, I said, we can't do this.
That's real.
We can't.
So I'm not going to dig too much into this, but Elder Frank, you know about this story because we had a conversation. So the first time you told me that, right, that I had to repent, and I was like, what? This was consensual, right? And so I didn't understand that concept that you just mentioned, where you're hurting God's daughter, right?
Yeah.
So once you said that, I literally had to start reframing a lot of different situations and women, how I approach them. But I was still in one more situation as we were in that. Literally just last week, something happened, and I was like, now I got to repent again because, like you just said, the interpret how I seen the situation was totally different how she seen the situation. Regardless, even though in the beginning it was, hey, this is all we were doing.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, feelings is feelings, right? And so one person caught feelings, the other person kind of stayed in that lane.
Yeah.
And then I was the one that stayed in that lane, and I end up hurting somebody, right?
Right.
And so now again, the Meg situation come out right after, and now for me personally, I'm like, I can't keep doing the same things that I've done. I can't keep looking at women. I can't keep thinking that I can just dip one foot in, one foot out. Like now, I truly understand what you're talking about and what Brother Damon was talking about with now being intentional.
Yeah, I can say like and you know, you don't want people to kind of use, you know, your own personal standards or accountability against you, but I do believe as men we should hold ourselves like accountability. We should hold ourselves accountable.
For sure.
You know, and it's like we have to understand one thing I've always been realizing, like, and it's not like out of a regretful or shameful, I'm not depressed or anything, but the people that in my past that I have negatively influenced, right? And it's like you're still seeing, you know, some of those results and effects to this day. Like I said, I'm not in regret or not shame, but it's like it encourages me to not do more damage the damage that I already caused. You know, God already saved me, He redeemed me. So it's like, okay, now you have to unapologetically walk in purpose and really, you know, aggressively deal with sin.
Yes.
You know, so you don't continue to make those mistakes and do that damage. You know?
No, and sometimes you might be afraid of it, but that fear becomes what God to use, because when I see my wife, I see her in a different light one day. I just like, oh, okay, sure, okay, God. But then I was also like, Father, this perverse spirit of mine, I was literally canceling out. And one day she was like, I feel somebody pulling on me. I was like, it might be me. It might be me. But reality was that I didn't really want to violate what this was. So I was more so like, yo, don't move, don't do, like back up. But when the Lord has said a thing, and this is what He told me that, listen, I'm going to do this for you, but just know that it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
And I had to take it on the chin. Okay, God, I'm going to release this to you, but understand that there's some moments that's going to be challenging in development. And I had to take that, and I had to remind myself of that as we took this journey. By the grace of God, we're getting ready to go on 6 years. But it's like, yo, there's more life to come. But we had to overcome some challenges, overcome some things. So when you start talking about dating in the church, though, like, you gotta know the difference between gathering information. This may not be your person, and like Damon said, don't let nobody prophesy you into a relationship that God didn't say. Just because y'all doing good on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday for the month of May don't mean that April, that's backwards, April, May. Either way, you know what I mean? Like, don't, if this, see them in the oil, see them outside the oil, see them outside the assignment, see them naturally, who they hang out with. Do they, like baby, I love you so much. I told you earlier, I don't drink. And for me, a drunk woman is a turnoff for me. No tolerance. No grace, no mercy, but love God. Talk to Him directly. He's talking to me, might be a bad representative. I can't stand it. That's my conviction, because I've seen it a certain kind of way, distasteful. But if my wife decides to go out and get zooted, maybe that's the word, turned up, if you will, I have that. I don't. For you. But that's me. Yeah. But the question is, can you handle that version of me?
Right.
Because I don't have a tolerance for it.
Right.
And I think that you need to see people in those lights. So she met me as armor bearer and serving and being at the church and those things. But what you like day to day? Yeah. Because if you think I'm tongue talking and prophesying, and no, I R&B, hip hop, I'm borderline. You might think I'm a heathen, but I love the Lord authentically.
That's real, authentic.
But like, but can you handle me? And if I'm not the preacher, if God changes the assignment, if you flip it, and I don't do it, are you still rocking with me?
Right.
Because ain't no need to get on here trying to build a relationship off of the oil alone.
Right. I think that's kind of corny. Like when you really like look at it, like it's like this whole church world relationship, and you know what I'm like. It's kind of corny. Like it's like we're human. We're all human beings. We all live normal lives. It's like church is just a element of God's humongous plan. It's like we shouldn't be limiting people to their church roles or their positions.
Right. And let me just say this while I'm here. I say this to people on the phone privately. I says, you're gonna always have that question: is it or is it not God?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can always have that question of, because when you get to learn somebody, that means you're giving them time and effort,
Right.
and that time is being pulled from somewhere. Listen, if you got a date, go on a date. Just find out who they are, rock out with them, discover.
Right.
Don't go in a hotel room, don't take a picture and put it on Facebook. That's less dumb, but certain things that you like, discover them. And if you rock with them, all right, good. And if y'all good as better as friends, say that, because at this point, ain't no need of lying.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't no need of putting on.
Right.
If you don't see that person as a connection for longevity or the possibilities thereof, all right.
Well, let me ask this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like some churches make people like a lot more immature, like codependent? Because like as you said, like go on a date, just do the normal things, right? It's like at church, it's like everything is so deep, and it's like we can't live normal lives. Like it's like I learn a lot from like these professional like business settings that I'm in. Like you can have fun but still be professional. You can know, but it's like in church, it's like everything is like so serious, so deep, so like.
It's all about how you do it. Like, not everything in church got to be deep. Like, even before coming back to church now, when I was back in church, we did things.
Yeah.
Christian concerts, revivals, stuff like that. Like you have fun doing different things. Not necessarily mean I gotta go to the club, I gotta drink, I gotta get high, I gotta do this. It's different things that you can do to have fun.
Right.
It's not just necessarily walking with God and just being this person that don't do nothing.
Right.
Because not even God wants you to do that.
Right.
Because I think that we are so concerned with perspective, our point of views, and people's opinion. But one thing that God says to the prophets consistently is, be not afraid of their faces. And you have to be willing to just be God everywhere.
Right.
I need you in the church, I need you outside too. But if you can't go outside, and then you have to know where you are.
Right.
Yes.
If you gonna hit the club scene, if you can go to the bar for happy hour, I'm not saying you even got to drink. Maybe you're going to eat, wherever the thing is. But if you're gonna be compelled to be guided into a way that's way up, that may not be the scene for you.
Right.
Because I like comedy. I like rap battles. And I recently just hosted, Cash Money Records came to Buffalo, and I hosted the event. I'm still the man of God.
Right.
I'm present. The crowd is in the room, and I'm not talking about the glory. Right. The Zal, whatever you want to call it, the loud pack, it is there, right? Yeah. And to one point of view, he out of order, no, I'm present, because if God needs to prophesy, say a word, say a prayer, be a safety, I'm here for it.
Right.
Yep.
I built more. I got connections down here that you will never pull. No. I got more. More friend requests added me. So that means when they watching the content outside of Niagara Falls praying and these elements, I want to go where he at, because he was where I was at.
Right.
And he didn't smoke, didn't drink. I didn't have to compromise anything.
Yep.
Just to be in the room.
And people don't really like look at Jesus's ministry and like analyze it.
No.
The places where he went, the people he was with, the people he talked to.
Right.
At all. And the thing is, like, I'm not going I don't even got to do a disclaimer, right? It's not like Jesus performed his first miracle at a banquet, at a wedding with wine. Like, it's like,
that's a fact.
He didn't indulge, he didn't drift off, he didn't do anything. But where he walked, where he talked, where he was the impoverished neighborhoods. It was the heathens. That's what it was called to.
And this the crazy thing is, if you really got a relationship with Jesus, right? He will tell you to go into a club and talk to people. It's not like Jesus gonna be like, oh, you don't do this, just stay right here. No, Jesus will give you somebody inside of a club that he wants you to go into and preach his word.
Valid. Because the question is, are you going to obey what he said?
Right.
I've given words to people, and it's like, how do you know that? Like, just average conversation. I ain't going to say the Lord told me to tell you, thou shalt not. But we just talking, and we just but while you're talking, you must be dropping knowledge, you dropping jewels, you making an exchange. Like, yo, like, who are you? Like, and then you don't know that impact. One mother was crying outside, I'm about to step off the curb. I'm about to go to my car. We done for the. I'm about to hit the car. Go back and tell her, oh, all right. And all I got is 3 words. But the 3 words led to a whole nother paragraph. Now, I don't think nothing of it. I'm gone. I went into her daughters a month, 2 months later. They said, yo, I don't know what you said to my mom, but what you said changed her. Yeah. Because she ain't been the same since.
And that's the love that
that's valid.
That's the love that people need to see in the church, anywhere.
Well, I was just telling somebody like recently, I said I host events, I do these things, but when you're laughing and having a good time, you have no defense up.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not on defense. So when I come to drop whatever the Lord say, drop or encourage or to pray, you open for it.
Right.
Because you're not even expecting it to. You're not even on but here comes this churchy person. No, we just got finished.
It's the love, man. Valid. It's the love that people need to see. And like I said, I had a story. So it was this story of this husband and wife, and she wanted him to go to church. Mm-hmm. And at first he was skeptic of going. He didn't really want to go to church. So he started going, little by little he started going. Yeah. So one day he went to church, and that's why I talk about the love. One day he went to church and his phone went off in the service, and everybody looked at him crazy. Mm-hmm. And I guess as he was leaving, 2 people that was leaders asked him like, yo, you crazy for even having your phone on. Mm. So as a person that's coming into the church, he looking at him like, dude, like I didn't, what I mean? I forgot I had my
right.
And then to go to the next part, he go into a bar and he end up knocking a drink over and it spilled on somebody's shirt. Mm. And the dude showed him love. So in his mind, he thinking like, okay, well, I wasn't comfortable there, but I'm comfortable here because they showing me the love. Yeah. This is how I think, like, we have to show love. Yeah. What did Jesus do? Even when he was in different parts with sinners, he showed them that love. He didn't judge them. He didn't look at them a certain type of way because they drunk or they did this or they partied a certain type of way. You got to show that love. This is only how the experiences of people believing in Jesus is going to happen.
Yeah.
It doesn't be too deep, man.
And that's even right. Even currently, this is a situation in the area where it's like a young lady didn't feel the love going to a location. Like, yo, I thought I came for a word, I came for an encounter, but I didn't experience your love. And I think that people miss that part. And so when they talk about me being the vibe or being funny, this is love, like blood. What you really feel? The fact that I'm putting in word to make you laugh and rock out with you and hype you up and rock out, that's love. But when love is there and love is present, it opens up, like I said, a space for God to do what he want to do. Yeah. And I think that we need to be that in the earth. Mm-hmm. We have to be that in the earth.
People gonna start knocking some of these church folks out.
Yeah. People know when the love is there. Yeah. It's like you walk into an atmosphere and you feel the comfortableness of the atmosphere because you know the love is there. Yeah. Instead of you going into somewhere where you walk in and everything is tense.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. People know when the love is there. They know when love is in the air.
Gotcha.
Right. That's real. And I feel like some of the things that people even try inside the church, they would never try that outside with other people. But it's like we get in these church atmosphere and we get this comfortability with whether it be our titles or our atmosphere or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's like we think we're just so grand. And it's like, no.
Do you think that the church is designed for men to do well?
I think some churches are. I think some churches are thriving with a male leader. Mm-hmm. They have people under them. And it's like people be saying all this stuff about a lot of these mega churches. And it's like, that's really what ministry, the goal is to get greater, bigger. And,
valid.
But then it's like we have some churches, obviously we have, let's just talk about the local movement. We have a movement of a lot of women leaders. Mm-hmm. And it's like, black woman leaders, right?
Yeah,
right.
right,
And it's like there's times we know how the narrative already is with the black man, the black woman, and it's like I think we see a lot of that in the churches.
Yeah.
We see a lot of combativeness, we see a lot of defense, we see a lot of now it's like, oh men, y'all ain't want to do it now, so like now we got the independent woman, the strong woman, she gonna get it done herself, and it's like we put the men on the back burner, and it's like that's where a lot of this, if we rewind back to where a lot of this conversation started at, it comes from that, right?
Yeah. That was crazy. Yo,
I think we can.
yeah.
It's just that, like I said earlier, it's just people don't allow men to fall.
Yeah.
Or you can be the highest. You can be everything a person wants to look at you when you walking in the path of God.
Mm-hmm.
But when they see you fall, no, that love not there to try to lift that man
valid,
back
for sure,
up.
for sure.
It's no conversation to be like, okay, well, what made you, or how you get here?
Yeah.
Sit down and really, not therapy, but just going through his brain, picking his brain, see where he see where his mental was at.
And I think that's what the Bible talks about, brother, when you see somebody fall, to restore your brother.
Yeah.
And I think that it's literally, I know the Bible's written by men, but I also think that the church sometimes can be, I think that the church in the format of what the Bible says design men to succeed and do well.
Yes.
Correct.
I think that sometimes the imbalance of men not being present as much, somebody has to do it. Somebody else is doing it, and oftentimes it's the woman rising up to do it.
Right.
Correct.
But I think it does not cater to the man, or somebody can be emotional.
Yeah.
The pastor or the leader, if man can get more credit and more kudos from the wife towards the pastor than her husband, that then creates a feel like you giving a whole lot over there.
Yeah.
And that goes back to neglecting the home. Is like neglect from home is not just from the men always, but sometimes like you at that church,
right?
You're praying, you're interceding, you're doing that. You over there tongue talking, you cook for them, but you're gonna make a lasagna for them.
Right.
Yep.
the crazy.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna cook for me.
Yeah.
You've been at that church all week,
right?
And I ain't seen you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I reached for you and couldn't find you. Now, mind you, I'm still working. I'm still putting my work in. I'm still doing my job as a man in the standard that you set up. But when I reach for you, I can't find you in the churches where you are.
Right.
That can be offensive.
That's real. And I think what I've been learning personally, what God has been teaching me, is just like, as a man, nobody is gonna take the initiative for these things that we're talking about. So it's like we have to do it ourselves.
Right.
Correct.
We have to tap into what God really says about man in His Word. We have to tap into how Jesus was. We have to really tap into what He put before us, because when Jesus called the disciples, He called them from their families to be away from their families. Follow me. This random man. Follow me.
I want to do a current video. Like, just
follow
you
me.
might be the one tonight.
Right.
We might be doing the film tonight.
Right. And I believe some of these disciples were married, right?
Valid.
Right. And it's like
married and families and workers. You God and there's a reason why.
Yes.
I need you to detach from the version of you that you're accustomed to being to them.
Right. The familiarity.
I need you to. I know you've been provided. I know you've been all that. I'm gonna get you there. But I need you to detach yourself from that.
Peter family was good with that load of fish.
Fish.
They was good.
I just hit the lotto. We
lotto
heavy.
Yep. I gotta go on a trip for a month or two.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be back. You know that was good.
That was good.
I'm gonna tell you why it was good. Because before God commissioned them to go, I provided enough to sustain.
Yes. Generational wealth.
I took care of you. I took care of them. I provided y'all enough fish, but I'm getting ready to call you out to a place.
Yes.
Because I'm about to develop something totally new.
A whole different person.
But now watch this. To somebody who doesn't understand that, is not submitted to that, you abandoned me.
Yes.
You left me.
Yes.
You wasn't here for us.
Yes.
And we needed you.
Right.
Not realizing that there's this thing that's happening is getting ready to be greater than you can ever imagine. And they don't like that part of the journey. But also your family was taken care of. Watch this.
Yes.
What this is good. Even while you suffered.
Yes.
Yep.
Even the Son of Man doesn't have a place to lay his head.
Right.
So even while I am suffering, trying to explore this next level of life, my family's still good.
Right.
Yep.
And I think that goes back to your question, because I think the church kind of gets jealous.
Yeah.
Right? Because the church must understand that it is okay to not have all the tools and the resources and everything to equip a man to be his fullest potential. That has to be through God and through life experiences. That has to be through really letting the Holy Spirit lead you to these different places, these different seasons, these different homes, these different neighborhoods, these different people, connections, whatever. And it's like that's not limited to the church, right? It's like the church served its purpose, and the church is still serving its purpose. Right. But it's like as a man, God will call me away. Yeah, He will call me away for season. He will call me away for time. That don't got nothing to do with you. That don't. But it's like now I'm taking a step back, and I'm kind of like thrown off a little bit because it's like, why are you so offended that I have to go and be better so I can come back and be a better resource?
It's almost like one of them is how can I say this? I see it as even in church, as men, you still need boundaries.
100%, 3,000 times.
We need more in church.
Oh yeah, because there's that interpretation and entitlement that, you know, we have to be there every day. We have to do this, that, and the third. But then you, as a man, as a human, as Elder Frank said in the beginning of this, we're human.
Right. Yeah. Right.
We still have to sleep. We still got to provide. We still got to get up, do things, rip and run. And so I believe that it's very important that men, we, you know, have a boundary. At least a boundary.
That's
in
real.
church.
And my wife, she kind of got mad at me because, like, she was like, listen, you dealing with a lot of women, and it's like you need to let me deal with them, right? Because it's like as a man, they just may feel a type of way. They may feel familiar with you. They may feel this, but you're a now married man. Yeah. So it's like, or I can pull the Elder Frank, like, let me ask my wife real quick. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I have a wife. I have a woman that I have to explain to. I have to answer to. You know what I mean? I have to communicate with her. So it's like, hey, you know, matter of fact, you gotta talk to her about that.
And that's a willingness to be a part, which is important, and also just setting that up.
Yeah, right.
Like, because if you don't set it up, they just think you're just accessible,
right?
And you're just there. And there was a time where you could be, but things changed,
right?
And I think that the church, I'm gonna say this real quick. You said this earlier about mega churches. The church has always been designed to be mega.
Yes. Right. Jesus fed 5,000.
Let's back up to the tabernacle. Clearly, it was 340,000 of these jokers.
Right.
In the center was the tabernacle, meaning that the church was always big.
Right.
So to be grateful for the small churches that you have that can reach you. I'm not saying that there's not foul behavior. I'm not saying that people don't do things that's out of pocket, but getting to the masses is always the objective. I think that there's some messiness inside of the way that we do church now, versus the way God did it back then.
What Paul letter would say to us.
Yeah, no, but old Niagarians. I don't know, but I think that we are out of. I think that we are more so. We are emotional, and sometimes too emotional.
100%.
And then with too much emotion, it doesn't mean logic. I think that also all ministries do not aid to the man.
100%.
And I think there needs to be a balance between the two. Even if you are a woman leader, there has to be a balance for the men, because, like you said, if I don't know how to navigate this spot, I can come in here broken and want to do right. But if I ain't got my flesh under control, if I don't know to handle certain things, I'm gonna come in here and you be like, how you run through everybody?
I'm an Ahab.
Yeah, valid. And then it's like, how did he? Oh, he came here and let me. No, that man lead you wrong. That man was out here trying to figure it out. Right. You jumped in the way.
Right.
And it's the part they want to be accountable. You saw that man working on himself, building,
right,
advancing,
right,
and you walk by him with your little I'm in trouble now. Your sachet. Giving off your pheromones because you want to be seen. I'm not knocking you, because if you feel like it's just even to be revealed, be seen. Yep. But you got to know who need to see you.
Yeah. Right.
And because the problem about being seen with dating is like, hey, if it's just season of reveal, if one see you, we all see you.
Right.
Yep.
But the question is, are you now disciplined to know how to navigate? Because if I'm on my journey to salvation, but you come talking to me, is it, hey, Samson, in the lap of Delilah?
It only started with a story comment.
And now we talking, having conversations.
Get deeper.
And it's like, yo, you have to be wise.
Yeah.
On both ends. Yeah, I mean, and as a man, there's a benefit in having people around you who really got your back.
Right.
Because that ain't what you want to do, Doc.
No.
I'm just hear me.
Ain't what you want.
Ain't what you want. And vice versa.
Right.
And even for my sisters, yo, no, that ain't with you. I'm guilty, and I don't know if Kevin knows the story or not. But there was one young lady at my church, and there was another young man who I knew that boy was running through the town, and he came over this way. I said, for one person, I said, "Oh, you won't come here and get one of mine." That time I was a leader.
Right.
So ends up happening was I'm not a hater, I'm a naysayer. Like literally, I'm not like hating you. I'm literally watching. But what I will say is that ability to be able to be transparent, to be that, they still got married, and they're doing good. Right. But having somebody like, yo, I'm just letting you know, this is what this rundown is. Right. So now that you know what you're getting into. Right. Yeah. And even though they didn't like it, and I get it, but they're doing good. They're doing well. They got kids. But it's like you need somebody in your corner who gonna talk to you about the experiences. Right. Yeah. That's real. So and if not, you need both. That balance of male and female is necessary. Is necessary. And I'm gonna say something that's probably controversial, but God is both masculine and feminine. He's all things. Right. Yes. I'm about to say something crazy.
He created man and woman in his image.
God is both good and evil. Yes. I know. I'm about to get into it, but Frank, you're a heathen. To you, where you may find favor in war, and it's good for you, to the victim, it's evil. Right. Why would you allow this thing to happen to us? You know what I'm saying? And I think that we don't realize that there's a duality of it. They use energy, all my little Energians. Really what it is the need to understand that what you bring in femininity and what somebody brings in masculine energy is necessary. Right. And let me say this, however that unfolds for you, let that unfold for you. My problem is that society has limited what that's supposed to look like. Right. And y'all trying to measure up to that, and that's not y'all dynamic. Yes. He may be feminine in more areas, and you might be more masculine and coming out of butchery. But if God has decided union to come together, I know your strength and your weakness. Right. Let that work for y'all. Right. And that's why today's conversation was good for me, because I don't need you to. Yeah, I know for a fact I cry blood. Oh yeah. I cry. And when I cry, that's a moment about me being vulnerable. Right. But when it's over, all right, let's go. Yep. Right. Exactly. But if I can't be that, I'm gonna say a quick story. So my wife, we wasn't married yet. We were just talking, and I was being who I am. I'm a little loud, a little wild, a little crazy. She said something crazy to me inside of Petco. Her dog was going to get something. It's crazy. They were going to go pizza. I said, you can go upstairs. I'll make my pizza in the car. I'll be up in a minute. Because I'm really angry because I was being me. I was just being myself, laugh, funny, loud. And she was embarrassed, apparently. Then she said something slick. She heard you.
I didn't know what she said after this ends.
And then I said, come upstairs. I came upstairs. And I told her, I was like, don't you ever. I said, this is who I am. I said, don't you ever talk to me like you look. I didn't like that ever again. Made me emotional. Because if I can't be me, what we doing? Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If I can't be my authentic self for real, all right. She's like, I'm all right, just make me good. And then we fell into it. Right. Change behavior. And I think that as the men are necessary inside the church as much as we are in the community to be everything that God called us to be. And I think I'll put relationship with God over the building itself. Because 1,000%. I need you to be what I called you to be in the elements that I've deposited into you. And God knows us in our human nature. He knows us. But he needs us to occupy the fullness of what he said. Right. And our partners matter. Yes. They matter. Because some stuff that we deal with as men is stuff that we done picked up from exchanges. Right. This ain't even your demon, blood. This is not even your fight, blood. Right. And I think that God is wise when he says, like, wait till marriage to not the degree. He's right, period. Right. Because it preserves you from, you done picked up somebody. She got beat up by 1, 2, 3, and 4. She got trauma from this and that. Y'all exchanging sexually. You like, yo, why am I? Yeah. I'm a man of faith. In one situation I had, I sound like a whore when I say situations, but one situation I had was I walk by faith. Faith, I'm a faith stepper. Here comes the faith stepper, murder. I'm that. Started talking to this young lady, and now I'm about logic. Right. Now I'm about, that don't make sense either. Okay, now we're going to, no. God has blessed me because of my faithfulness and ability to walk by faith. How do I now get with you and now forget that faith got me here?
Right. Yep.
But we don't talk about the element of the exchange of what you pick up.
Mm-hmm.
You pick up that energy.
That's real.
And be careful out here because STDs is real.
Oh, for sure.
Inside the church too. They can be renewed, made over, and fresh.
Right.
But them inner courts still got inner history.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's wild.
That's a fact, though.
That's a fact. I've been preserved by the Lord. Listen. Yeah, I don't want to so I guess we talking. Yeah. I've been inside of a situation. Yeah. Went inside the room, walked around a few times. Because the church. This is gonna be your wife. This is gonna be. It's gonna be we out forever is me and you. Okay, all these lies are coming out. Oh, look what the Lord can do. Yeah, we're working towards it. Bought a little fake engagement ring. She want to get married so bad, and she was like, "You didn't buy me a ring." I said, "The money is tight." Well, here's a website was bought, but here I go now. No, this is not the will of Frank. I've already told you no, not to get involved with this. This isn't it. Now you're playing around, and I'm in there. I said, God, if you get me out of here, He got me out. Right to the clinic. I'm petrified. Lord, please. You want to talk about getting back into prayer? When did it be? Yeah, God.
Oh, yeah. I've been there before.
Listen, got to the clinic. I've been there before. The woman of God was the doctor. Frank, what you doing? Why you? Number one, I came to a clinic out of town on purpose. That nobody still got found out. Still got found out.
That's wild.
But the grace of God is a keeper to the point. Like, I've been there. And then those baby scares, I've been there. Yeah. I've been there. Like, one phone call, Frank. Listen, living in my car. Hello. My period didn't come. What?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in my car. I'm not even conditioned. I'm literally laying on the floor of my 1994 Lumina van, barely lying to people, still performing and acting like I got it together. I got lights in there, boom, boom, bass going, but I'm on the floor. When I tell you, I called on the blood. I prayed like I've never. I prayed for the blood like never before.
I had that
as I finished,
that situation.
It just can't.
God,
God,
that was the literal blood.
Val, Bobby was about to say something.
I mean, I had that situation before. I remember one time I was dealing with this girl, and me and my man had one over there. But some told me not to. It was crazy because
something God.
Yeah, like we go over there, right? Now, mind you, I had a rubber, but I never did nothing with it or whatever. So, a couple of weeks later, we had Ventures. Me, my mans, we all chilling, we all eating pizzas. So she come up, belly. I'm like, so she come in, whatever. She's like, can I talk to you real quick? So everybody look at me. My man, even my man that was with me that day, I didn't do nothing with her. Yeah. And he looked at me like, what the hell going on? So I'm like, so I go outside, talk to her, whatever. She's like, I'm pregnant or whatever. I'm like, okay, and that got to do with me. That's like she's like, what you mean? Like we did. I'm like, yo, we didn't do nothing. Like, I don't know why you about to go on with this story. Yeah. She had almost everybody trying to bust to fight me because they thought that I had her pregnant. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling them like, yo, I don't know where y'all getting this from.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy how stuff work, how God put you through situations and let you see things.
Valid.
All that can be prevented.
All that can be prevented, just being obedient, like valid. Yep. But listen, life is real, and I think this is the point of the journey. This is not just give excuses for foul play, like the experiences that we have. But somebody needs to hear this conversation. Yes. Because they think they by themselves. Blood ain't nothing new. I know where you at. I see you. Matter of fact, I see you seeing her seeing that now. Now,
these girls nowadays, they do witchcraft like crazy, and that's real.
I told one, he might watch this. I told him, he was talking to somebody. I told him, don't touch her, leave her alone, don't go back into that. He ain't listen, not just to me, because the Lord speaks. Right. He went back and touched it. Come to find out, she got crystals, and now she are. I said, now, the phone call now comes. Am I possessed? No, man, be free. But what happens is these experiences are real for people. Like, yo, am I cursed now? Am I about to go to hell? Right. be free, be redeemed,
Right.
get up. Let's get back into alignment, because I think also sometimes people want you to be more guilty and shameful and broken and damaged than you got to be.
That's real.
And that's the part about church. I'm gonna get in trouble. All this spitting up and hawk toing and rolling, that is more work to convince you to believe that you're free. Like this spit ain't got no demon in it. It's saliva.
Right.
That's snot. That's
mucus from your sinuses.
Matter of fact, that is bile from your stomach.
Right.
Because
Acid reflux.
and what happens is, and I'm not knocking it to the degree that God knows that you need it for you to believe that you've been delivered. In reality, if you just believe and operate in that, you ain't got to go through convulsion.
Your faith made you whole.
Your faith, not your shimmy rock.
Right.
Your faith made you whole.
Correct.
I ain't doing it. I'm a grown man. There's just some things I'm not doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm a grown man, okay? I'm a grown man. I'm not your little pawn. You about to tell me do a backflip, roll over, spin, push up. No.
And
the blessings
valid.
is mine.
And there's certain things that God will do. And it sounds crazy. That is masculine for you to do.
Right.
I remember I picked Kevin up. Was it you? Picked up one time at Whirlpool. Whirlpool. The Lord was just like, yo, I need y'all to just pick him up. But it was a stature of put the elevation of growth.
Right.
But it's like some of this, and I love me a good shot. Boom, you don't. I'm not knocking that, but I just be like, yo, come up. This is done.
Right.
My whole life, I'm not shouting. I'm not doing it.
I'm about to sashay my head.
Dance. Oh, you don't want it? You
don't want it?
I do.
You know, and it remind me of back in the day, like when you used to watch the movies, right? Used to watch the movies, they get the gun, nigga, dance. And I'd be like, bro, like, for one, I really can't dance. Like, I'm not trying to embarrass myself.
Yo, valid.
You know what I mean?
What's this dance? This line dance about to be a whole.
Right.
You ain't gotta do all that.
If I get cha-cha slide in, y'all gonna be mad.
God know your heart, man.
He know
100%.
He know if you really sincere want what
sure.
you're asking for. Like, it's not somebody telling you to do something, because that's, you know what I mean? God know your heart. If you need to be delivered, God know you need to be.
No, valid, for sure.
Yeah.
If he need you need to be free for something, or he know you need a word, he's going to give you somebody to give you that word that you know that is from him.
Valid.
You know
Valid.
what I'm saying?
Nothing
Like,
pisses me off more than a grown man in the church shaking and screaming. I'm like, brother, like, I get it. Like, the spirit can overwhelm you, but it's like every time. It's
every
like,
time, that's
I'm
crazy.
like, bro, like, come on.
Every
I ain't
time
trying to knock nobody praise or none of that. Like, I get it.
It's
Like,
true. It's true
Valid.
though.
But
It's true though.
it comes a point where you have you embrace what's happening for real. Like what's like they used to get mad at me because they like one of my sisters in the gospel would be like, "Yo, Frank, you don't respond. You talking to me?"
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, Lord. Yes, I receive that. Yes, Lord. Yes, God. You know about you know. Hey.
Yep.
Can I be petty? And sometimes I give it to him just because. Just because I know you. Oh, hey,
And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't just because.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they feel like it's good for the show.
Exactly.
It's
Like,
no show.
They lay their hands on you and they push your forehead
It's no
back
show.
and you fall. I'm like, bro, I'm not falling. I done been hit with the glory and I done fell out. I know what that feels like.
Right.
I'm not knocking you, you're anointing, but it's like you're not about to force me to go
I've
down.
been pushed out of a church.
Wow.
I was at this. No. So the man, I won't call his name out today. I'll spare you. He's still alive and present. Bald head, Buffalo Church. Yeah, he repped. So he's at this church on Main Street and he's praying, right? So he's praying for me, hands big, African, these pieces come together. And then he lays his hands, and I'm not receiving, but I'm gonna take a step back.
Right.
He was like, I just get backing up. And by the end of the prayer, I'm outside in the vestibule. Right. What is happening here?
It be like that. People
heavy hand.
People
Heavy
want a
hand.
show, man. People want a
I even
show.
told him on Sunday when I preached, I said, God is getting ready to change. He's going to adjust the thing in you, but it's not about to be performative.
Right.
It's not going to be performative because some things are really designed just to activate your faith.
You know, that's crazy because before we like at the New Year service, the Lord told me that like I'm gonna get to know Him like through a sober minded.
Yeah.
So like, don't be like dramatic if you don't necessarily feel the signs and the wonders that you had to get when you first were saved. It's like you're gonna know me from a sober minded perspective this year, and it's like my life has been so much peaceful. Like sometimes I'll be praying and I'll be like, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, we ain't doing all that. we ain't doing all that. Like pray, start today. It's too much work to get done.
I think what people need to do when they go to church is come to church with an expectation.
Yeah, for sure.
Like how I used to go to church when I first started going to church, and why I became so much involved with God is because I used to go with an expectation.
Yeah.
I used to go to church like, God, what you gonna speak to me today about?
Right.
Or it's just somebody that got a word for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going through, so I need this word.
Yeah.
And I go to church and boom, right there.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was asking for, you do it.
Yeah.
Like that's how I used to go to church with an expectation. Like I didn't go to church just to sit down and hear the word. I used to go, okay, God, if you want me to believe in you, I want you to show me and tell me what I need. Valid. That's how I start my faith in God started to rise and keep going, because that's every time He always showed me that experience. Like people need the experience. People don't need to show. That's why people don't really be locked in church the way they're supposed to, because you're not experienced nothing. God called you to. When Jesus went out and He did things to His disciples, and He showed His disciples. He let them see how God would. That's why they were so involved with Jesus. They didn't just follow Jesus because this was a man and this and that. They followed Him because they seen what His fruits was.
Yeah, valid.
That's how it got to be. Like you got to be like
church
that.
Ain't fruitful.
Whatever you doing in church or out and evangelizing, you have to let these people experience, or they not going to believe in God the way you think that they should be.
That's real, and I think that goes back to our like our point of this conversation about a man putting himself first.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, it's like the best anointing, the best way you can show that you are called is by being fruitful. Like people should be able to see your life and see a reflection of God. They should see what God is doing. They shall see what He brought you through. They should see the transformation on you. How more you used to be angry, but you're patient now. You used to be broke, but you're saving now. You know what I mean? It's
that's how they should judge you.
Right, for real. And that's why people. That's why people. So it's like when you kind of got these leaders and you like, I'm not judging you. I'm not knocking you. I'm not saying that. But it's like, listen. As a man, I have to get myself together because that's what God called me to do.
Yeah. Because if you're not together, the family's not together. The family's not together, the church's not together.
Right.
Correct.
Like,
and I'm worse than an unbeliever.
No, valid. Like, so it's like, yo, if I don't care what money you asking, care what money you're asking for.
Right.
If my home isn't well,
I'm not forced to give you. Besides the 10% that I owe God, I'm not, whatever else is a personal contribution, donation that I can do at my discrepancy, or if the Lord leads me to. But I don't. Every time you raise $1 million offering, I don't got to go scraping pennies.
Yeah, valid. Right. And I think that's important because, if, like I said, if not, you can have a broke church. Oh, yeah. Because, but if I can, this is one thing I have talked to even with our pastor, like. Let me show you how to be an efficient leader in life. Not church, life.
Right.
Because if you good, the family gonna be good.
Right.
If the family good, that means the children good. Like the children good, that means that you are in a position to be an asset to the house.
Yes.
But if you struggling, we struggling.
Right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Like even recently, just to give you some insight. Like I mean. The church vision is valid, right? Church vision. But what's your vision for life?
Right.
Yes.
Like, what's your vision for life? And being okay if it doesn't fit the mold of what they project for you.
Right.
What's your vision? I am prone about flying in and flying out.
100%.
So excuse me if I can't be everywhere. Hey, the Hamleys have been booked. We got a gig. Right. We've been booked for modeling. We've been booked to Tyler. TP called me. Tyler Perry hit me up. 3 weeks. We're gonna be gone. We got to shoot this series. If I'm graced to be able to fly back in for Sunday to deliver the word, so shall it be.
Right.
But not only for me, but for the people who are a part of this ministry. Hey, we got entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
We got fashion. Fashion week coming up. Be prepared for absences.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The whole church, but my thing is, what happens is you have to set your standard for you,
That's real.
and don't let the church and or anybody, even a job, don't let nobody slave you.
Right. Even a job. Right.
Because my job I got now, I'm grateful for it. For sure, they're like, oh, Frank, tell your wife goodbye. No, I'm not. I'll put in the work necessary, and overtime permits. I'll take it as needed, as I project it. But if I'm not available, I'm not available.
Right.
Use this sick time. God got me. You're not about to, the job isn't going to kill me.
Yep.
Right.
This about to be crazy. The church ain't going to kill me.
Nope.
And my family not going to kill me.
Wow.
None of y'all are about to take me out.
Negroes. Right.
None of y'all. So let me do, I'm in trouble now for myself for the spirit kicking up. Let me do what I have to do
Right.
to get me together. This will be crazy. This is probably what, whether you're coming or not.
Right.
I got to be good,
Whether you like it or not.
whether you like it or not. So then that requires me to be disciplined enough that even in this house, if you're not willing to go, I still have to go.
Right.
And still love you.
Yeah.
And still care. But I have to go with my health, with my mindset. If I change, if I want to eat clean and y'all want to eat wild,
Yes.
I'm going to set up clean.
Right.
Bring wild in at your own discretion.
Right. And that's why it's so important to know scripture.
Yeah.
Because you have to know how to combat
Yes.
this manipulation, this twisting scripture,
Yeah.
Yes.
this taking advantage of you. It's like you have to really know, we have to know as men
Right.
what the Bible says
Yeah.
about men, what we are called to do. We are called to be
Lord.
the hands and the feet. We are called to be the ambassadors of Christ.
Right,
It's
right,
like we
right.
got to know who we are. We got to go through those processes. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's so, like we talked about earlier, like so many men, women, we don't even know our family history, our family.
Yeah.
Like this is like we don't know our history of black people. Like that's one thing I realized. Like as an African American person, I didn't know a lot of history about myself because
Yeah.
you know the stuff we were taught in school.
Good,
So
valid,
passive.
valid,
It's not really what it was. Like we really had people out here getting murdered for our freedom and things like that. And ancestors coming, you know. My granddad came from Alabama when they went through the Industrial Revolution to get a job in Niagara Falls. It's like these are sacrifices. So it's like this is all stuff that we need to know naturally as well as
absolutely.
scripture spiritually. So
Absolutely.
we're able to combat because they're going to try to make us into their pawns. You know what I mean? They're going to
Absolutely.
try to, you know, they used to buck break back in the day. I don't know if y'all know what buck breaking is. You know what I mean? Now it's like it's mentally now. Like what they try to do now is mentally, and it's like no, we can't go for that. Like
Because with the Bible truly highlights who you are, where you're going, supposed to be, right? But people can manipulate that to, if you don't know it and if you don't read it and you don't do your due diligence, they can manipulate that against you.
Right.
And I'll go here for 37 seconds. When it comes down to color and the white man's religion, if you stop there,
right.
you think that's what it is.
Right.
But keep digging, like literally find out.
Yeah, you have to keep digging.
Got to. And like they be like, oh, Frank, you're Hotep. No, I'm saved and conscious, constantly saved. I love the Lord Jesus. I know that there's things. But what happens is if you like that's in anything, in church and in life, if you don't know who you are and what you're supposed to be, they can dictate to you whatever they want and you'll take it.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I just gotta be me. I got some wise fellas next to me, so I feel like I could lean on y'all for a second.
Okay.
I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because the man who I am now is not who the man I was when I first got married.
Yeah.
So I stand on a bunch of different principles, and I won't accept certain things, but I also won't accept the lack of accountability.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm starting to see things manifest for me.
Right.
Okay.
Yesterday, I'll tell y'all what happened yesterday, but I'm looked at as the bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm holding that like heavy hold. You feel me?
Right. Right.
I adopted 2 kids in the midst of a divorce, right? And everything in me is like, no matter what, I gotta show those kids that they are my kids.
Yeah.
Even if that means stepping away because I can't do certain things in the house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't accept certain things, so I won't. Now, in stepping away, I don't know if any of y'all have ever had to step away from a serious situation or a long-term situation, but like, what's some advice that y'all give to me? Because it's like, at the drop of a hat, I could choose to go back, but I know it comes with it. A lot of sacrifice, a lot of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of putting up with things that I'm not okay with.
Right.
But then on the other foot out, it's like everything that I need to do to prove to those kids is happening for me. Right? Now, one thing that I really stand on is my camera work and really what I'm supposed to be doing with it. I was at Nair Cafe yesterday. Celebrity walk-in. I didn't realize who it was until they left out. Luckily, they wasn't leaving. They came back in like 10 minutes later. And we, head nod, and I approach. Yo, my name is such and such. I go by such and such. Here's a video. If you like it, you know what I mean, take my information. I showed him, and he was like, oh, can you send me this? I sent it to him. He took my information. That right there may not seem like a lot to somebody.
Right.
But to somebody in my realm, in my lane, you know what I'm saying? That's huge. You see, he took my number. He didn't save it as Camera Dude. He didn't save it as Kevin. He saved it as the name I go by.
Right.
Which means something about me stuck with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that small step can propel the rest of my life. For the kids that aren't even mine.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard navigating this because I'm seeing I gotta be a person that I never wanted to be.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Which is a deadbeat dad. You get what I'm saying? I had a father who was there, but he was battling alcoholism and addiction, but he was there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But it's a difference because there's a lot of things that I lack because of where he lacked. And I see myself feeling like how can I put this? How my father made the little Kevin feel in the midst of his addiction, I'm starting to feel like my father, if y'all can understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, I'm present. If she need me to hold the kids down, I'm there. I'll put money to the side. Like, I sacrifice for what I call mine.
Right.
But then I get the prickly end of the stick. You feel me? I pull back and my fingers is bloody. But I give you roses. I don't know where it looks right, but I don't know if it feels right.
You'll be able to crop this part up.
Well, for me, I could say, because I've been through that situation. I was married already before, and now I'm married again.
Right.
So the toughest thing for me was to walk away. I was married before now. I was married for 13 years. I was married all the way from out of high school until like 32, 33. Go through the same similar situations, man. I was stuck. I didn't feel like I was able to do nothing. Like, even with me being in church and everything, I still feel stuck.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't have I could take accountability for some parts I had, but in the same sense, I just felt like I was not able to be me. I wasn't me. Like, I was somebody else.
Right.
I wasn't Bobby, who everybody know me as to be. So it's like me walking away from that situation was hard because she had 7 kids, but I was there since they all was little. So I watched them all grow as like a father. Most of them didn't have their fathers there with them. Most of their fathers was even in the picture. So I was there to take up that slack to, be the man in the house, be that father figure for them, show them, it is a man in here that walk with God, you know, and stuff like that. And to go back to your situation, God give us opportunities, but sometimes when we don't feel ourselves, we don't know how to look at that.
Mm-hmm.
For you, for your situation that just happened, that was the opportunity. Sure. So just imagine if you wasn't being yourself, or if you was stuck, stagnant, you wouldn't have been able to be in that situation. Okay. And sometimes, yeah, we get married, and yeah, situations may look good on the surface, but at the same time, you suffer a lot. Mm-hmm. People don't understand when you going through something as a man, and we hold everything in.
Yeah, we're human
and
too.
we not able to speak it or able to talk to somebody about it. It's hard because you start battling with yourself. That's when it come back to the temptations and all of that. Yeah. We come back to start fighting ourselves. Like, dang, I seen this bad shorty and she looked like she a vibe. Like, she ain't gonna give me no slack. She ain't gonna do this. She ain't gonna do that. And then you start being friendly with other people. You know what I'm saying? Then you start to feel guilty because you don't want to do this, but at the same time, you don't know how to release it. Yeah. You don't know how to get it out of you. Yeah. And that's one of the things I battled with my first marriage. That's why in this marriage, I'm trying to do things totally different. Yeah. Because I didn't know. I got married young, so I didn't know. I didn't have no marriage in my household to be like, this is how you should treat a woman. I didn't have my father growing up. My father never bought me a pair of sneakers, never bought me a shirt. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Yeah. I know who my dad is, but he was never around. Mm-hmm. I was raised by my mother. Yeah. And most of the times when mothers raise you, they looking for love. Yeah. So they can't give a man what the man should get a man. Right. That's why when a mother can't raise a man to be a man. Right. Yeah. She can't. She can try her best, right? But she can't give you that oomph that a man is supposed to be able to give you. For sure. Yeah. And I can agree. At one point in my other marriage, I was gonna adopt a kid. Cause I was discipling somebody, and him and his girl was about to lose their daughter. And he looked at me, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know what to do. I don't have no kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to raise a kid, especially it was a girl. So I don't know, in my right mind, me being a father, to how to raise a daughter. And I'm young. And I'm telling him, listen, bro, if you really want me to do it, I'll do it. We're just going to go through everything. And God told me, don't do it. Yeah. If I would have did that, I probably would have ruined everything. Mm-hmm. And not obey God. Sometimes you just have to sit back and just let God guide you. That's real. Even in your situation, if you, like I said, there's multiple times I went back. Right. Even when we split. Right. It's multiple times I went back because I felt guilty. Mm-hmm. I felt like if I leave her, what else I'm going to have?
That's it. Yeah.
Like if I leave her, I'm thinking in my mind, like, dang, if I leave her, then is everything else gonna fall? Right. Correct. And or is how her kids gonna look at me like, oh, you the bad guy because you left my mom and we couldn't do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? Like all the guilt comes that way. And then when you do leave, you are considered the bad guy. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like we go back and we talk about being accountable. Most females not accountable for how they treat the man. No. Correct. So when we act out, they look at us like, oh, you a dog, or you this, or you that, or you never been this, or you never been that, or you're a deadbeat. Right. Like you don't understand what's in our mind. You don't take the time to sit down and be like, babes, how you feel, or what's going on? Why are you stressed? Right. That's like I go back to say when we talk about teams. Yeah. If I'm the superstar, and I'm going through all of this, and my teammate not there to sit down and be like, yo, bro, what's going on, man? Mm-hmm. Like, why you playing like this? Or why you in this type of mode? Like, that's what we got to get into. Yeah. That's real. As that, like, but, you know what I mean? If you going to go back, just take your time. Don't rush. You know, look at yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because if you go back and you not really sure, then that's not going to work. Right. You're going to be right back in the same situation. Right. And that's how I was in my first marriage. I kept going back knowing that what I was going into was gonna be the same exact thing. Nothing was gonna change. We're not getting nowhere. We just here.
That's real, and that's how it is. Like when you dealing with somebody that, regardless of how much history damage, y'all love each other, right? It's just we know how it is. We know how it is. Black man, black woman, we love each other regardless. Right. And it's like, but when that season is ending and it's time to transition, right? We do things to keep it, to prolong it or keep it going, or we do like last minute. So it's like you have to be okay with and just calling it that. And it's like really like taking accountability, saying, but like you adopted the 2 kids, that's not yours. And it's like, did you consult God about that? Like something really asking yourself like that, and like, I don't know the situation. This is just my opinion. But it's just like, was that one of them things to where it's like, let me do a last minute thing so we can stay involved, so we can stay connected. Right. You know what I mean? When it's like, if a season is ending, it's like, just let the season end. Yeah. It's like the best thing you can do. Like Brother Bobby was saying, like, we sometimes as men, we don't want this to fall. We put it all on ourselves. The kids, God got them kids, right? Pray for the kids. God got them kids, bro. Them kids gonna be fine without you, bro. Like, it's like, and it's like you're a good man, so it's not saying, but it's like there's another man, who can take care of those kids. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, you gotta just like let it go, and like God got so much in store for you. And the future is opening up. The heavens is opening up. It's just like all about walking into that, letting that go and just moving forward until when God is saying come. Like he's trying to change the whole narrative, the whole situation. We can't worry about being painted the villain because the Bible says he will vindicate. That's not our responsibility. Right. When it's like God is calling you to walk on faith, God is calling you into the unknown. But we know that the unknown is now we all can testify that every time God has called us into the unknown, it has been so much better than what we tried to put together. Yeah, that's a testimony, right? So it's like, as men, it's like we got to be like, I can walk in the unknown, even though it's scary, it's vulnerable. It's unfamiliar. It's unfamiliar, but it ain't really unfamiliar because I did it before. But practically, it's new. It's something I have never seen before, right? But it's like, we know that he won't fail us. We know that he got us. We know he gonna carry us. He ain't never leave you. Ain't never forsake you, right? So it's like, just being okay with that. Everybody gonna be good. Kids, cousins.
And you as a man, just don't let nobody manipulate you to making you feel a certain type of way. Right. Because that's one thing I had to go through in my first relationship too, is the manipulation. Of, it can get to that part where the female or man can make you feel like, why you doing this, or why this is happening, or making you feel, guilty in your head when you might be doing something right, but that guilt gets to you and be like, make you feel down or make you feel stressed. No, like, you can't let that happen. Because, you know what I mean? Like, that's somewhere, like I said, being yourself.
I mean, and that's when we talk about like just warfare, good versus evil, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, right? Just manipulation, period. I'm not saying anybody about anything, but it's like, we got to know how to combat these things, right? Because manipulation is a tactic of the enemy, right? And it's like, we got to shut that down immediately. You know what I mean? It's like, as men, we got to see certain things when it may not even be a person. It may not even be the characteristics of a person, but it's something that you feeling internally. Nah, that ain't it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to,
Yeah, I think that we talked about this in the beginning, and it talked about putting yourself first. Because if you're not good, you're not going to be good for them. Yeah. And if the scene is toxic or bad or negative, you're not good. And unfortunately, as even the man said, God has the children. There'll come a time where they'll be able to have an exchange that is not polluted or tainted by what was, and they'll have to come into some questions. And hey, hope, I pray that's not too late, but you have to be good so that when they do show up, you're ready for them. And then when your own show up, you're ready for them, because the Bible says better is the end of a thing. And though it says better, it doesn't always feel better. Nobody likes the closing of a business, the closing of a chapter. Oh my God, what's happening? But now I can blossom you into the next phase. And I don't care how they paint the picture. You have to move in what I said as God for your life. what did I give you to do? What is your convictions? What is your purpose? What did I tell you to do?
That's real.
Where did I tell you to go? They can we gonna be the bad guy in somebody's. I'm the bad guy in quite a few stories.
Always gonna be.
But that doesn't knock my assignment.
That's real.
Doesn't knock the impact. Doesn't knock my experiences. Doesn't knock the ability to grow and advance. Don't knock the family I have now. But I can't keep running back to that which is killing me. Like you can say you're for me, but the evidence and the fruit shows it's always opposition.
Yep.
So I have to do, and this is what everybody talks about in fatherhood. I have to do what I have to do to be good, to be effective for the children that I serve. And if the woman or the partner makes it difficult, they don't talk about this part of being human. I have to choose to stay away because that's toxic. And when you come into knowledge, I'll be ready for you. I'm accessible. I'm here. Not for the sake of your mother, but for the sake of you. I'm here. And, granted, I think I'm where I am, but that's a real, even being who I am as a husband and my children, God, this marriage is good. I'm grateful for it. But if it hit the road, if it hit a spot, am I good enough that my children is good, that my seeds are well? And you have to be open to to what God wants to give you because you want it. Not for repair, not for trying to make it work, or not for, I know your desire, so I'm trying to accommodate for you because we accommodate for them.
Yep.
God, what do you have for me? What do you have for me? For me.
Right. And you gotta look at it like this. To be great, sometimes you have to be selfish in a sense. You look at all the greats, they had to be, even if they had, you go back to, you look at the greats like LeBron James.
Yeah.
You don't think he had to be selfish? You don't think Savannah put in the back of her mind, like, I know he never gonna be home all the time.
Right.
He gonna be in his, gonna be on his own thing, training, doing this, doing that. I gotta hold down. She can't hold him back, because if you hold him back, we wouldn't be talking about LeBron being one of the GOATs.
Right. That's real.
Yes, I'm loving that, Kevin. I mean, a time check. And
he not the GOAT. I'm saying one of the GOATs.
Novella. And I think, but nobody talks about that man's perspective,
Right.
in this journey when it comes down to him, the woman, and the children. Like, I had to realize, my father was incarcerated in and out of, but he was around, but he was present. But he gets stories because he had other baby mamas as well. Those stories hurt him. Like, hurt him. And we always quick for trauma for the woman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't hold no trauma for no, it hurted him so.
Right.
It's like, but then you say how we talk about being selfish, right?
Yeah.
And then even when a man is being selfish, because I remember I sent that voice message to y'all about Joe Jackson, really quick, Michael Jackson father, right?
Right.
And it's like, in the movie, I don't know their narrative growing up. People say he was abusive. I don't know that. Right. But what I do see is him pushing his sons to be great. Right? He put himself on a back burner. He made sure he told his sons to rehearse every day, and the fruit of that was Michael Jackson, the greatest pop star of all time.
Correct.
He was selfless.
Even when you talk about us, Venus and Serena, when you go back and watch their movie, their father was hard on them.
Very hard.
They didn't have no real childhood like that. Like, they had to
Nowadays,
work.
these kids gonna run away. He abusive.
Like,
I want better for you. I know what it takes. I know what it's gonna have to take for you to get to that better, to that greater.
Yeah, but they don't see in the moment. They realize it when they get older and see where all the success come from.
Right.
Yes.
The same way with God worked with us.
Everybody want to be.
We don't see in the moment where God is doing and working in us and working through us. But once that success come, then we be like, oh, well, God did this or God did that.
And God uses negative friction to propel you forward.
All the time.
That's good.
Pressure make that.
And
Oh, you preacher heard that.
because it's like we talk about, like, does the church set men up for success? And it's like, we have men who are letting God be their coach for greatness.
Yes.
Right. We have, and we know what it takes to sacrifice. Right. We know what we want to be, the vision that we have for ourselves, our family, our children, who we want to be. We want to be the millionaires. We want to buy the houses. We want to put our family up. If you need something, call me. I want to be that. But I know that it takes so much, and God knows that it takes so much. So and this is what people don't want to talk about, because God is the one that's calling me away. Right. God is the one that's calling me to go practice and to go do this and to go do that and say no to this and say no and not be there for y'all. For y'all be okay. Right. Yeah. But it's like when we have these big visions, and the vision is selfless. Right, the vision is I want to take care of the hood. I want to, I really want to pull up and write somebody $1 million check just because I can. Right. But it takes so much to get there, and it's but they want the men there. They don't want the men there. You can't do this. Right, you're selfish. You're selfless. You do it.
Yeah. It's just females that want to be clingy to their mans so much. Like, I mean, it's
Romeo and Juliet. It's like fantasies for sure.
Because some females don't. Okay, put it this way. Have you ever been around your girl or ever been around a girl where you laughing with your boys, but she look at you crazy because you having fun and she not involved in the fun? I mean, you speaking so it's the truth though. Yeah, it's some females that don't like their men to have fun.
That's real.
Especially if it's not with them.
That part.
Negative Nancy.
How they look at it is, how could you laugh with your mans, but you don't laugh with me like that?
You're on two different playing fields.
You're not funny.
That's my point.
Yeah,
like you can't.
You got an attitude, stank, and like, girl,
you can't do that. But
they not mad at me for the dishes in the kitchen in the bathroom. They ain't yelling
calling me crazy.
That's the whole thing. Like, you're not allowing the man to be the man.
Right.
You're not allowing him to be his true self. If you allow the man or your man in the situation to be himself, I guarantee you won't look at it like that.
Valid,
healthy.
Valid. And then you learn how to aid to him.
Right.
Hey, baby, you got some habits that's not the best.
Right.
All right, what are you doing to counteract? Are you willing to be helped? And vice versa.
Exactly.
Because if I can't come talk to you about nothing, I can't tell you nothing.
Yeah.
But that's why men go out and be comfortable in different atmospheres.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And the female think, oh, we flirting or we doing this or we doing that. No, we just feel comfortable because we can let be ourselves.
Right.
We can be us. Mm-hmm. People that know you and grew up with you, they know you.
Right.
So now when you get into a relationship and you got to be so locked down or you can't be yourself and everybody looking at you like, dude, this not you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that even goes back to biblically, how we talk about a man need to know himself biblically. A woman need to know herself biblically, right? You're talking about being an aid to the vision. And nowadays, woman used to be, or back in the days, woman used to be honored to be an aid to a great leader. Nowadays, you have some women who want to be in the front, and okay, some women are called to the spotlight, but what about the woman who was behind the great leader, making sure that is just as important as a woman. Yeah. The Bible calls a woman a helpmate. You know that same word is that was used, a helper, the Holy Spirit. So it's not an insult. Right. It's not saying you're less than. Right. No, you're an aid to the. Yeah. I can't do it without you.
I think that we need to stop putting us against each other.
Right.
There's no competition.
But that goes back to social media.
So that goes back to Adam and Eve because they flipped that.
But it go more now because of the newer generation.
Yeah. But what happens is y'all keep trying to blame each other for
right.
Oh, you did this, is your nigga. Calm down.
Yeah, like
we both failed.
Right.
we both messed up.
We both
got
consequences. And we both got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mama got 3 baby daddies. Daddy got 3 baby mamas. Come on.
Life is real. Come on. Stop with the blame game. And let's figure out how can we be a better asset together. Since I said it, Adam and Eve had to figure out together.
Right.
In the punishment.
That's real.
How to navigate.
Son killed the other son.
Valid. That's a funeral and and should have been in prison.
Right.
Double loss.
He gone. 2 sons gone.
2 sons gone. No, I don't like the mom because he started bringing something like that. But then that speaks to the challenges people are facing in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm losing kids out here.
Like, why you ain't at church?
Like, no, valid. Like, yo, my family is valuable. And that's real. I'm not saying that church is the enemy, because it's not, but what it is, if it's not managed well and with decency and order and properly, yo.
Churches, I realize church is just a portion. It's like a very, I ain't gonna say small. I don't want to insult.
That's crazy.
The
church is a 1-bedroom porch.
It's Sunday. It's Tuesday. It's where we go to get equipped and refueled for the rest of the week to go and really be. But it's like, it's not the end all be all. I shouldn't be at church every day of like, no, go live life.
Right. You know, I'm pro living. And then it adds to your purpose. If you know what your purpose is, you know what functions you bring to the house.
Right.
And you execute those functions, and then you go ahead. Yeah. But what happens if you're not operating in the fullness of what you've been called to do? They'll tell you your function.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And now you're like, why am I in everything?
Because listen, we'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because when I first came to the church, I was putting up a front, right? I was going looking like this little preacher boy, and I was putting my suit on, and because like when you come to God, obviously, and you get radically saved, right? You got to go through that process. You have a disdain of anything that looks like the world, right? Absolutely. But it's like I realized that some of the stuff I had a disdain for was really a part of who I was necessarily. So I was really going through an identity crisis, right? But it's like I was showing up, I was looking sharp. You know what I mean? I cut my locks off, and I was, you know what I mean? And I was shouting, and I was running, I was down, I was doing all that I was talking about. And it was like they was cheering you on. It was everything. And then they was cheering you on, you know what I mean? It's like you get that popularity, that clout, and you the pastor, you know what I mean? And it's like you kind of go through this project like, I'm really want to be who I am, and it's like you get friction with that. Yeah, but it's like you have to be okay with that. You know what I mean? It's like,
and I tell you all the time, because you set the tone,
right?
Yep. And if you have to reset the tone, you reset the tone,
right?
Because if not, they will treat you and deal with you how they see you, right? And it may be how you present it, but if the tone change, it changes.
Right.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
Right.
This is my flair and my flavor. This is what it is. Am I changing? Yeah. Am I rearranging? For sure. I'm not what I used to be, because your boy was a wild.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That boy Demond came. I met Demond on a wild. When I met Demond, it's his story to tell. He was on there. I said, I said to myself, what did you bring inside my studio? I said, what? But I'm getting paid, so let's go.
It goes back to how when I
if
first started going to church, and I was on fire for God.
Yeah.
But what made me backslide was it was a lot of jealousy that I was seeing.
Yeah.
It's not even going against the church. It's just my experiences.
Yeah.
Just seeing a lot of backslide, because how everybody, when you talk about people got their eye on you when you first come in, there's a lot of eyes on me when I first started going to church and walking in the kingdom. Like even when people, I don't even know what was going on. There's people that was coming from out of town coming to our church that wanted to see me. Like, and I didn't know why. Never had no communication with these people. Never spoke to these people a day in my life. It's just God was just sending them to me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people was getting jealous, and I was asking God, like, God, why if you allow me to be here and to be on fire for you, why am I experiencing this?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it was like so much going on that I didn't know how to handle it, and that was my fault, because I was looking at the people.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at it spiritually, because if I was looking at it spiritually, I would have never backslid. But I was just looking at it, the people, and looking at what they was doing. I wasn't thinking about myself, like,
for sure. And sometimes that changes. It takes a backslide. It just takes a renewal. Like, yo, wait, I serve, and I've been serving for a very long time. And I keep telling people this, not just at my current church. Like, when I got saved is irrelevant, because God is good. I started ministry 2009. I've been cleaning churches, doing noonday prayer. 2009, got elevated 2011. I've been doing this for a very long time. This isn't new. But what happens is there's a place of evolve. I'm not saying that you can't do those things, that you can't serve, because it serves its purpose. but there's a different responsibility now,
Right.
a different weight.
Yeah.
So now I need to navigate. I know what it means to sweep. I know what it means to mop in the bathroom. So this is, you ain't developing new. I've been doing this.
Right.
Noonday prayer ain't new to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then where I was at, we was doing a prayer and a word, But it's like, okay, now though where we are, and there's another version of you. It's new boundaries.
Yeah.
It's a new role. It's a new setup. And what did I call you to be in the earth? And that's the conversation that I have inside my house.
Yeah.
Even to my sons and my daughters, what has God called you to be in the earth? Don't let the systematic system of church consume you.
Yes.
What did I call you to be? Do you know God? Do you pray? Spend time with him for sure.
Right.
But what did God call you to do? Everybody's not designed for in-house. Some people are, some people are not.
Yes.
But whatever the function is, be that and be that everywhere.
That's
Yeah.
real.
Good.
Unapologetic.
Unapologetically, like,
Yeah, and just like to go back to Elder Frank, he was talking about like when he first met me, and it really connects back to what Brother Bobby was saying about just the love, right? Because when I first met Elder Frank, like he said, I was not saved. I was really the opposite. the opposite of saved, right? But he didn't come at me. He didn't. This is witchcraft. This is crazy, because that's what it was technically was, right?
It was
wild, right? But he didn't come at me so like the next year when I seen him, he prayed for me, and essentially it's the first time I actually felt the presence of God. I was able to receive that because if I would, because I was very rebellious, maybe a little still something, a little bit, right, right, in a good way, right. But like I was very rebellious, as well as like I used to get offended very easily. Yeah. So it's like if he would have came with me, like I would have been like F you, right? And then it's like I would have seen him in church. I probably would have walked out the church, right? And it's like, but it was just like, hey, no, just that discernment, like when to release, when to talk. Because some people just be wanting to debate, talk about these street preachers, and they just want to go out and scream at people. When it's like, we not doing nothing by that. Yeah. But it's like, it's about that encounter. If I see somebody, a homeless person, and I feel led, I give them $10, and they come into my church just coincidentally next week, they're gonna know, that love was there. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just being like, it ain't always got to be so deep. It don't always got to be, It don't always got to be that.
It's fine. The valid, like, and my thing is the importance of being God everywhere is the fact that you just you never know, right? Because who would have known that encounter back then was gonna lead to him saying when he got to church, right? Let him pray for me. Who is you? But God knows. Yeah. But that's why as men we have to show up in the spaces that God called us to be in. Yeah. Not only for our sake, because how we function and those that we impart into, it affects them. My daughter's a fighter now, but I've been knocked. I'm about to go to jail because I knock her out every now and again. Come on, let's tussle up. Now she want to be a boxer. Right. But spiritually, my kids encourage me because I say stuff like, "Don't trip, because God got you." Yeah. And when I need that random, they're like, "Daddy, don't trip, because God, you valid. God got a plan." But what happens is, I have to be all that I am. Right. So I can't force Trey to be the preacher. Right. Yep. But I'm a preacher. Right. This is my assignment. I'm gonna just show you how God moves. You want to DJ? You can do it. You can juice. You can DJ. You can do whatever it is.
Just be the best at it.
Just be the best at it, and just let God show up everywhere. And that's really been my conversation. I'm gonna give me a shirt. Y'all make him punch you in your face. Hashtag God everywhere. Just because everywhere, but being that, and I think as men. This conversation tonight was just really fire. Yeah. We need more. We need more. The room had to get full. We might be had to go get another building. Podcast then shifted over to the next room. Right. But really, what it is because our experiences are necessary. The things that we've dealt with, gone through, but also the overcoming and still overcoming. Right. Oh yeah. And being vulnerable because we all still have within this podcast, you probably heard. Marriages on the line, relationships on the line, experiences, and it's like, why would you say that? No, this is the reality of with what we're facing, what we're going on, and nobody came at nobody dogged nobody. Oh no, you're wrong. No,
this is our story.
This is our story, and it's and this sounds crazy because with the movement of feline, the movement of those things. Not saying that the women don't have a voice, but in you getting a voice, you try to smother ours, and it shouldn't be that way.
Right. That part.
Like, no, we should both know. Yeah. Like, for example, I know that the Bible has some storylines where it talks about being taken or took. We mean had sex with them. But every took and every take and every I got to know them ain't rape.
Right.
Frank, who told you that? I get it, and I get the storyline. I get the situation we're taking, but some people were wooed, willingly went.
Yeah.
Some people were captivated by it, and it's like so let's not cry victim every single time,
right?
Because you also got to talk about if y'all was so bad, well, how you had a madame in the tower, saving the men.
Right.
She ran that. Silent where? We got that. That's another podcast another day. But if y'all could give a word of encouragement to somebody, we've had time well spent. I could really stay here all night, to be honest with you. And really dive into just some more, but we have to probably do another episode or something, or just another conversation and invite more. There's more men that want to come. I need to figure out. I thought about him. I
mean, we need it because it's men. This is what. Correct. This is a space that men need.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Just to come talk. You know, because we don't get this all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's good that we conversating, we right here in this space.
Yeah. And you can learn from each other and learn from each other's experiences, different perspectives, respectfully too.
Right.
Respectfully.
So if y'all watching, you gotta buy some stools and donate them to Fire 716 Radio. We'll write it off on your taxes, but donate some stools so we can really talk. But just quickly, just run through you guys. Drop a word of wisdom to whoever's watching. Real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
I'll just say, unapologetically be yourself. That's it. Don't let nobody get in your way. If they get in your way, run them over. Not literally.
Not literally.
I just say, whatever you going through in life, the water ain't that deep, especially when God is in it.
That's real.
No matter what you're going through, you always keep your head up and keep going. It's a sacrifice every day. There's other people out there that's worse than you. There's other people out there that don't got nothing. And God brought you this far for you to have a little something.
Yeah.
So you look at your cup and you see it half full, but other people see their cup is empty.
That's real.
Yeah. And you just got to always know that God is always right there. No matter if you think he not, he always is.
Amen. I would say continue to have faith.
Yeah.
If you don't have a relationship with Father God, try and find a way of building one. And then what I also will say lastly is continue to drive as you navigate through your adversity. So just continue to push through and continue to look for the things that drives you.
Yeah.
That way, you know, as you navigate and go through your journey, you know, it's a little bit easier for you to find your purpose and tap in.
No problem.
It's your movie. You the director, the writer, the film crew. Everybody else is the audience. Let them watch. That's it.
That's good. That's good.
Let me say like this. So not so deep. Is I always say this is just an illusion. The limitations that you've put before yourself is an illusion. The Bible talks about the shadow of death. I mean that death isn't there. It's just a projection of the shadow of what it could be. A lot of times the illusion is that you can't. The illusion is that you can't move on. The illusion is that you can't advance. The illusion is that you're stuck where you are. The illusion is that the money is tight. The illusion is, but the reality is if you take steps of faith and you really trust God, that he'll definitely make a way out of no way. And he'll open up doors that you didn't even see coming. He'll give you connections and collaborations, but you can't sit there, complain, weep, and wail. And you have your moment, run knocking that, and never get up. Got to get up. You got to go. Make things happen. Thank y'all for rocking out with your boy Big Frank with Just Conversations. The members in the room today, I appreciate it 100%. We holla at y'all. Y'all be blessed, man. Share. Let somebody know what's going on. And we'll see y'all another day, another time. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You and I have never seen democracy. All we've seen is hypocrisy.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper.
You know what's right. Just do right. It will satisfy your soul.